welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's a special battle report here featuring the Red Scorpions, and they'll be taking on the Eldar. We've upped the points to 3,000 points here, fighting across this Martian landscape. Burnt out Blood Angels vehicles in the area, containers, arms and ammunition, craters and supplies. We'll be across this terrain here that the Eldar will do battle with the Primaris Space Marines Red Scorpions. Right, welcome to this 3,000 points game here of Warhammer 40,000. Eldar versus Red Scorpions, Primaris Space Marines. We've already played 2 games. Special battle reports here, so we feature some more of the rare units in our games here. Eldar taking the Scorpion Super Heavy tank from Forge World, and Tom Covey will be taking the Red Scorpions, and he has a couple of Forge World units used in his list as well. Just a chance to try out and use some units that perhaps sit on a shelf for a long time, and so we're trying to bring those into some battle reports here for everyone to see. We've already played 2 games already. It's like a 3-part, like a mini campaign that we've played. Both those episodes over on the Plus channel. We've played 1 game where the Eldar took their, it was a 2,000 point list. They then incorporated their Super Heavy, and then we switched it around. Tom took his Super Heavy in his Primaris Space Marine Army for Red Scorpions, played those 2 games, and now what we've done is we've taken, both of us taking our 2,000 point lists, and then we've bumped it up to 3k to incorporate these bigger vehicles and a few extra units as well. So a big treat here for everybody to see some rarer units and a chance to play a bigger game than usual as well. Okay, so the Eldar list here, 3,000 points, 3 detachments here, it's all battle forged. There's a large battalion, a Supreme Command detachment, and then 1 super heavy auxiliary detachment as well. That's the way we're going to run it here. The Supreme Command here, it's Eldrad, so it's Ulfway is the craft world. Eldrad is the Warlord, so Fate Reader is his Warlord trait on 6+ at the start of each turn. He can generate a command point. Psychic powers for him, Fortune, Doom and Guide. Then he's accompanied by 2 Warlocks here. First one has Protect and Jinx. Second has Quicken and Restrain. Then a Spirit Seer here with Conceal, Reveal. So that's the Supreme Command. Then what I've done is I've brought the Scorpion Super Heavy tank into that detachment. So Ulfway, 6+ is to ignore damage coming through, just to try and help protect that tank. So that's the first detachment here. Then a Super Heavy Auxiliary detachment. It's the Wraith Knight. Craft world for him is a Latok, so -1 to the hit rolls. 2 Heavy Wraith Cannons for him. So it's a controversial choice, but it's performed pretty good in most of our games. That's those 2 detachments, and then it's a large battalion here. So there is an Autarch and a Jetbike with a Laser Lance. This is all a Latok, by the way, here for this detachment. The other HQs, there is an Autarch here with a Reaper Launcher, Power Sword, Banshee Mask, and I've given him the Relic Flow-Choose Wing. Then the Avatar of Cain, just there on the right-hand side. That's 3 HQs here in this battalion. Then to make up the troops, 1, 2, 3 units of Rangers, all with their sniper rifles, units of 5. Then in Elites, there is the Bone Singer just there, just to help out the Wraith Knight and repair Wraithbone. And then across here, 10 Striking Scorpions of Ariel Doomhand, the Exarch with the Scorpion's Claw. Then Fast Attack, 1, 2, 3. Shining Spears here, unit of 9 with their Laser Lances, Twin Shuriken Catapults. Exarch there with the Star Lance for him. Then Wind Riders have made it in, 2 units of 3. Each of those is armed with scatter lasers for their firepower. Then on to heavy supports, 5 Dark Reapers, all armed with Reaper launchers. There's an Exarch in there as well. And then lastly, for heavy support, it's a Falcon. Going to use that here for a bit of extra fire support. Twin Shuriken Catapults, Spirit Stones upgrade for him, the Pulse Laser, and then I paid the points for a Bright Lance on that vehicle. That's the list here for the Eldar. They've performed, the Eldar in general here for this season have performed very well, but a fresh challenge here. Tom's put together a nasty list, and he's been researching the weaknesses of the Eldar here to try and take them on in this fight. We'll take a look and see what Tom Covey has in his Red Scorpions army. Right, so 3,000 points here of Primaris Space Marines Red Scorpions. This is Tom Covier's army here, and a chance for him to use some of his larger units. So just before Tom runs through his list, just to mention the patrons here for the channel, Marcus Anthony and Paul Cook, thanks to them at gold level. All of the support on Patreon I direct to our local wargaming club, SSWG. There's gold, silver and bronze levels available. So check out the Patreon page. There's a link on the channel homepage for that, and it's just a way of practically supporting the club that I go to, and a lot of the terrain that we use in our games comes from them. So just check out the Patreon page, and there'll be a link in the video description below. So Tom Covier returns with his Red Scorpions, Primaris army here, and again a chance for Tom to use some of his rarer units as well, but we'll let Tom run through his list here. We'll see what he has in his 3,000 point Red Scorpion army.
Okay, so 3,000 points of Red Scorpions today, starting with a Supreme Command detachment of Severin Loth, Kassan Sabius, Cullen the Risen, and the Straya Super Heavy Tank. And then we're going into a battalion, which is your 3 basic troops choices: Squad of Hellblasters, Tech Marine, a captain with the armour Indominus, Primaris Apothecary, 5 aggressors, repulsor, and the Storm Raven. Everything is as it sees, so all the las cannons, multi-melter rockets on there, and the same with the repulsor. This time we're drafting in help from the assassins, so we've got my homemade Vindicar assassin and the Calexis assassin.
All right, so that's Tom's list here. Fascinating. And Tom will be using the new rules for assassins here, and we'll also be using the beta rules for bolter rounds as well. So some fully updated rules here just to try and help out this Imperial force. The Eldar are a cunning army for sure, but Tom has drafted in some hard-hitting units here in this 3,000 points game. So, as per usual in our special battle reports, we'll take a closer look at the main units that will feature in this fight. So, we'll run through the rules here for the Scorpion Super Heavy Tank and also the Astraeus Super Heavy here as well, just to give you an idea of what these 2 units are capable of in this fight. Alright, the Scorpion Heavy Tank here, just going to run through the stats for it. It's power level 32, weapon skill of 6+, strength 8, toughness 8, 26 wounds for this super heavy here, leadership 9 and a free up save, and then its top bracket, it is movement 14, ballistic skill of 2+ and 5 attacks, and the movement drops down to 10 and then down to 4, and the ballistic skill drops from 2+ to 3+ to 4+. So I've paid the points to give it a Bright Lance just on top there, and then the main weapon is the Twin Scorpion Pulsar. So firepower from that, its range 60, it's a Titan killer weapon here. It's heavy 4d6, strength 12, -4, and then 3 damage. And then any wound rolls of 6+ made for this weapon, the rules have been updated. It will be a straight 6 damage instead of 2d6 damage for that. So just some other rules, it's catastrophic explosion, 5+ it explodes, units within 6 inches suffer d6 mortal wounds. It's a hover tank, just the usual rules for that. And then it has the distort fields, so if it moves between 17 to 20 inches or more, it gets a 4+ invuln save, 9 to 16 inches a 5+ invuln save, and then 1 to 8 inches is a 6+ save, and if it remains stationary, there is no invuln save at all. So to get the invuln save, this thing needs to move around the board, and the quicker it goes, the higher the invuln save is. But that's the Scorpion Super Heavy Tank here for the Eldar. So 720 points, by the way, points cost for that, just to give you an idea. Next, we'll take a look at Tom's Astraeus Super Heavy Tank here and see what capabilities this has. Alright, Astraeus Super Heavy Tank here, coming in at 728 points, so quite comparable the points cost between these 2 Super Heavies. 36 power level here for this thing. Its weapon skill 5+, strength 9, toughness 8, 24 wounds, leadership 9, and then a 2+ save. On its top bracket, it's movement 12, ballistic skill 3+, 8 attacks, and then it drops down from movement 12 to movement 9, and then to movement 5. And the ballistic skill drops from 3+ to 4+ to 5+, and the attacks drop from 8 to 6 to D3. Then it does come with void shields here, so on its top bracket it'll get a 5+ invuln save. Then when it drops 1 bracket in damage, it'll go to a 6+, and then a 7+ for its void shield. So it has an enhanced repulsor field that can be used in melee. It's AP -2 and D3 damage. It has Iron Howl Heavy Stubber, range 36, heavy 3, strength 4, -1 on the AP and 1 damage. It's got 2 Las Rippers, range 24, heavy 2, strength 8, -3 and 3 damage. Then Storm Boltron on there as well. Twin Las Cannon as well, usual rules for that. So heavy 2, strength 9, -3 and D6 damage. The main gun is the Twin Macro Accelerator Cannon. It's range 72, heavy 12, strength 8, -2 on the AP, and then 3 damage. And then the special rule for that, when targeting models that can fly, ignores the minuses to the hit rolls against that target. So then just a few special rules here. Enhanced repulsor fields. It's -3 for any charge rolls made against this tank. It's hover tank as well, usual rules for that. Power of the Machine Spirit to help it out, and then the Steel Behemoth special rules as well. But both of these vehicles, nasty super heavies here. Perhaps the Scorpion with the nastier firepower here, but more of a rugged build here on the Astraeus super heavy. But it'd be fascinating to see how these two super heavies get on in this fight, and if any of them survive, and what kind of damage they can inflict on the opposing armies as well. So there's other fascinating units that will take part in this game, but we've decided to focus here on these two super heavies specifically, so keep an eye on them during the game to see how well they get on. We'll go on to scenario and deployment now for this 3000 points game. Alright, so we have a scenario here. Just a couple of things to clarify on our lists. Tom has some psychic powers here. Smite, Null Zone, and Might of Heroes is chosen there for his Librarian. And then here for the Autarch on the jet bike, a Banshee Mask taken from the Index, and then another relic taken, so -1 command point for the second relic, and that's the Shimmer Plume there, which is -1 to all hit rolls against him. And Tom, you've gone for
paying 2 command points for the 2 assassins. So you
right.
need to do it slightly differently now.
Right, okay. Yeah, just the updated rules for them. Okay. So just to mention terrain as well, just playing usual rules for craters here. Then we've said for this one, if unit gets on top, they'll receive the benefit of cover. And then the rest of the terrain, all of these containers, this building over here, we're going to play all of this just as line of sight blocking terrain for this battle. So the scenario has been purely randomized here. We had the regular rules or regular missions from the rulebook, and then from Chapter Approved 2017 and 18. We ended up going to Chapter Approved 2017 for our mission, and again, randomization. It's a Maelstrom of War, and it is Kill Confirmed is the mission that we're playing. So 6 objective markers on the board. We'll just cover those in just a moment. Generating up to 3 cards a turn, just keeping it at 3 if you have less than 3, and then it is kill points here in this mission as well. So 2 larger armies, plenty of kill points available on both sides. So the deployment is Spearhead Assault. As you can see, the wedge here of orange dice marking out the Eldar. They've chosen to go at this end, and then the red Scorpions across the other side. Their wedge marked out by the orange dice there as well. Objective number 5 is inside Tom's deployment zone. Objective number 1 just outside. You can see it there in the middle of the crater. Then objective number 4 right in the middle of no man's land. Objective number 2 just outside Eldar deployment zone. And the Eldar will have 2 objectives within their deployment zone here. Objective number 6 just by this burnt out Razorback, and then objective number 3 just across the other side. A slight advantage here for the Eldar with objectives here at this stage of deployment. Yes, one other thing to mention, Tom's going for Imperial Fists for his chapter for the Red Scorpions. Okay, so we'll start alternating placing units on the board now. Now that we have our scenario lined up and the map laid out, we'll start putting some units on the board. Just whilst we're deploying here, just going to mention the battle mat. This one is from gamemat.eu, and so too is much of the terrain being used here from the industrial terrain set. So that larger building there, I've made some modifications to it, and then these containers here, these generators here, are from the terrain set by gamemat.eu. I've done a painting tutorial as well, how to upgrade your gamemat.eu terrain, and just add a bit of colour and some weathering. That tutorial is available on the channel. So check out gamemat.eu. They supply the mat here and a lot of the terrain that we're using in this game. Alright, so deployment done here. Exciting to see 3,000 points on the table. It does make a big difference here. So a good number of units here on the board. So Eldar here, clustering at the front, at the tip of the wedge here. Multiple units raring to go. At the very tip is the Shining Spears, so the Exarch just here. Then just tucked in amongst the unit is the Autarch on the bike. Avatar just behind, ready to move up as well. The 2 units of Windrider jet bikes in support. Behind them is the Autarch with the Reaper launcher. Then the Falcon just behind, range 36 there with its Bright Lance, so I want to try and keep that quite high up the board just to get within range. Then the usual duty here for the Striking Scorpions, forming a circle of protection here around these characters. So that's the Supreme Command Detachment here, Eldred, the 2 Warlocks and the Spirit Seer. Then the Wraith Knight's gone onto the Eldar right-hand flank, and that's been accompanied by the Bone Singer to help him out, and then the Scorpion Super Heavy's just tucked right in the corner, trying to keep out of range of as many guns as possible, ready to move out into position here if the Eldar go first. Some reserves appear unbidden for the 3 units of Rangers with the updated rules for them, so it'll be turn 2 onwards they can deep strike in. We're going to play the updated rules for deep striking as well, so no units at all allowed to deep strike on turn 1, and then it's turn 2 onwards. And then I've played command point here, so I've got 7 left now. Webway Strike on the Dark Reapers. Tempted to put them inside the Falcon, but could be targeted. I really want to try and keep those safe and off the board, and then bring them on turn 2 onwards. So that's Eldar deployment done. Red Scorpions here, unit of Intercessors on objective number 5. Another unit of Intercessors right at the front. Aggressors in front of Carib Khan, the Dreadnought. Severin Loth just behind them. What assassin is this? This is the Psyche. The Colexus.
He's just chilling out with the librarian as they do.
Yes, no, yeah, having a good chat here before the game begins or the battle starts. Tech Marine at the back just behind Carib Khan just to help him out. The Apothecary here as well, just behind Sabius, yeah, just behind the Repulsor. Anyone inside this? No, it's empty. Hellblasters on top just here. With the chapter master just behind.
No, he's just a captain.
Just a captain.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sabius is a chapter master.
Ah, yes, right.
To spend the points.
Okay. Then another unit of Intercessors here on the Red Scorpion left-hand flank. Then right in the extreme left-hand corner here for the Red Scorpions, the Stormraven gunship, ready to move off. And then lastly, at the back here, the Astreus Super Heavy, right in the centre of the army here, ready to lay down some firepower. And that's the view it has up the board towards the Eldar position. Okay, both sides lined up here and ready to fight. Red Scorpions finished deploying first, so Tom, for this mission, will get +1 to our roll-off. All right, so this is the scary bit here. Tom will get +1 on his dice roll. I'm going to use one of my Tau dice here to see who goes first. Okay, Tom rolls a 5, which becomes a 6, so he's going to be very, very happy with that. But we'll see what the Eldar roll here with their Tau dice. 5, no. Okay, so Tom's going to get to go first. This is good here for the Red Scorpions. Unless you roll a 6. He's got his head in his hands. I don't know why. Oh! It's a 4. Okay, right. Okay, so dream come true here. Red Scorpions will go first here in this fight, so it'll be their chance to offload as much firepower into the Eldar as possible, try and soften them up before the Xenos assault begins. So turn 1 coming up next. The forces of the Imperium will strike first. All right, so turn 1 here. Tom thinking about what to do. Great opportunity here, and Tom's already said turn 1 is going to be very important here in this game, with 3,000 points lined up here on either side. Plenty of firepower to call upon for both sides. It's all a case of trying to soften up the Eldar as much as possible here in this fight. So just to mention, this has probably happened to many of you watching here. Tom left one of his models at home. It's in his list, so it's perfectly fine. We'll let him deploy it here. It is a Primaris Lieutenant, just to grant the reroll 1s for wounds. It's just tucked in there. The models come out of my box here, because I have the Red Scorpion army that I'm working on at the moment. Tom actually copied the painting tutorial on the channel, so if you like the way these Red Scorpions look, Tom's just followed the tutorial there that's on YouTube that you can follow to paint up your own Red Scorpion force. So he's just borrowed one of mine, and it's fitted in just nicely into his force here, armed with a power sword and the pistol as well. So he's just tucked behind there, just behind the apothecary here, and the chapter master as well. All right, so now, is everybody here? Any other latecomers to arrive? No? Okay. Oh, yes, I've got Revenant Titan. I forgot to... No, all right, so all units are on the board here. Just the Deep Strikers to come in. None for Tom, actually. Everything he has is on the table. And then the Eldar have their 3 units of Rangers and the Dark Reapers to arrive. They'll have to come on turn 2 onwards. So we'll see now what moves the Red Scorpions make. Okay, just while Tom's moving here, Big Game Hunter drawn here, so that's for destroying a larger target, 20 wounds or more. That can be the Scorpion or the Wraith Knight. Here's 2 targets that Tom can go after. Honour your chapter. Here, score 1 victory point if enemy character lost to wound, resolve an attack made by one of your characters during this turn. He's got his snipers, the characters to do that, the assassins. If any characters were slain, it's D3 victory points. That's a tasty card, that one. And secure objective number 4, which is across here. So there it is, out there in no man's land. So all achievable. The special rules for this mission: if it is destroy an enemy target of some kind, you can't discard that card. You have to hang on to it until it's achieved, unless it's a card that's impossible to fulfill. So those are the missions here. Pretty good set of cards being drawn here by the Red Scorpions. All right, so movement done here for the Red Scorpions. I've played prepared positions here. It won't help the Wraith Knight or the Scorpion. We'll get +1 to our cover save, +1 to our armor save for counting as being cover. It won't protect us from all of the units though. Tom is playing Imperial Fists, which will ignore cover, but that's for infantry and dreadnoughts. So the vehicles that fire will get the +1 to our armor saves. Anything to help us out here. This is the vulnerable stage here for the Eldar. They haven't moved, and no psychic power has been activated. So this is the most vulnerable here, right at the start of the game when they don't get to go first. So Storm Raven gunships moved out aggressively here, ready to lay down some firepower. Aggressors have shifted across into this gap, Carib Column just behind, and the cluster of characters there as well. Lots of 6-inch bubbles going on here. Tom trying to grant as many bonuses as possible. Unit of intercessors moving ahead here of the repulsor tank. Tom has moved the Astraeus out here to try and get in range of as many weapons as possible, securing objective number 5 with these intercessors at the back. The Hellblasters have remained where they are, shifting out onto the left-hand flank with this unit of intercessors, and that is movement done. He hasn't gone too aggressive here. It's the Eldar that are meant to come to him, so just forming a perimeter here and getting ready to lay down a blanket of firepower. Psychic Phase coming up next here for the Red Scorpions on turn 1. Okay, so Psychic Phase done, quite straightforward here. Null Zone didn't go off. Might of Heroes has been activated here. Eldar, no units in range to try and deny here, so bumping up the toughness on Cullen. So +1 toughness for him, making him toughness...
9?
Not 9. Oh, it's 9 for him. Okay.
+1 strength, +1 attack.
Oh, yes, and all the other bonuses as well. Okay, Psychic Phase done. Shooting Phase next. This is the moment of truth here for the Red Scorpions. Okay, right, here we go. Tom's first shot will be from the Vindicare Assassin here. He's going to fire across, and he has line of sight here to this Warlock. This is the one that grants the extra move here for the Shining Spears. Tom trying to undo my cunning cluster of characters here. So
but I do always roll a 1.
He always rolls a 1, but not this time. He's got a 3. Okay, so 3 comes through. His target has hit well. Okay, wound coming through here. Wounds on a 3 as well. Okay. All right, so the wounds come through there. It's AP -3. I've got a 6 up saves, ignores that, and then ignores invuln saves.
Yep.
So my 4+ invuln save's gone. So now Tom's going to roll his damage.
So he's dead.
3 wounds. Oh, wait, actually. Oh, okay. So we've got a chance to try and block here by rolling some 6s to try and stay alive here.
Okay, so the dead shot rule is I caused damage.
Yes.
On a roll of a 3+.
He's clinging on to life here.
Wound. So that's 1 mortal wound on him as well.
Oh, so now he's dead.
Do you get your 6+ against that?
Yes, I do. 6 up to stay alive. I don't know.
On a roll of a 4+.
Yeah.
Oh.
Going for a reroll here. 4+.
No.
No. All right. So just a string of dice has taken place here, but that's crazy dice rolling here from the Warlock here as he's desperately tried to stay alive. So I think as it stands, he's taken a wound and has survived here. Just about, though. It is unbelievable. That's ridiculous dice rolling here right at the very start of the game with my Tau dice. All right, so that is weird. He should have died there. That's exceptionally rare you'll ever see that take place. So Tom's playing a command point here. He's using the new stratagem, which lets him fire again at a different target. It's going to select this Warlock here, and that's the one that has Protect and Jinx, another very useful runes of battle power that Warlock has. So 2 for a hit. Gets the hit. 2 for a wound. Yeah, the wound comes through. It's just a straight D3 damage. I can't stop it here. It's just the 1 wound will come through, and surely you can't roll another 6. No, all right, so the wound comes through.
No.
Now it's down to a command point if he wants to go for a reroll here at this stage.
Very frustrating.
Difficult choice here. Yeah, he's going to command reroll here. I would. So, got 5 command points left here in total. 3+. Comes through. Some more to win. I'm going to die here unless I roll a 6. So 1 gone. All right, so Warlock destroyed, and that Protect and Jinx, which is a very, very useful psychic power, is no more here. Exposed here at this point, and one of the Warlocks has been picked off. That wound, actually. Sorry, it's this way around. He's still alive. That's the one with Quicken, and it's Protect guy. This one is gone. But that's the Vindicator Assassin. Frightening now with the new rules and stratagems that are available. That's horrific damage there against the Eldar, despite all the extreme dice rolling taking place to keep that Warlock alive. One of them has been slain. That'll hurt the Eldar here right at the start of the game. Very useful psychic power to have. Protect and Jinx has been lost. Wisdom of the Ancients stratagem being played here. That's just to get from the Dreadnought. That'll enable the Stormraven gunship to reroll 1s for its shooting. I'm just trying to enhance that as much as possible. So he's going to fire the Stormraven here. He's going to offload all of the Hurricane Bolters, 24 shots into this unit of Wind Riders here. They'll be getting a 3+ save and 2 wounds. And then he's going to fire all the rockets, laser cannons, and multi-melters into the Wraith Knight here. An early salvo against the Eldar Super Heavy. So Hurricane Bolters being fired here. So he's just rerolling his 1s.
-1 to hit you?
-1, yes. It'll be the 4s or more that generate hits. So a good number of 3s, which will be ignored. But still, there's a good number of hits coming through. Strength 4 and Toughness 4. So 4s for wounds. He should bring some bikers down here. Yeah, there's a good number of wounds coming through. So nine saves to make in total, needing 3s. Just taking a wound here. So pretty good dice rolling so far from the Eldar. Alright, so twin multi-melters now into the Wraith Knight. 4s will be hits. 1 hit does come through. And it will be a 4 for a wound. Yes, it does come through. It's AP -4, so there's nothing I can do about that. It goes straight through. So D6 damage.
3.
It is 3. Okay. No fortune. It's a Laytok is the craft world, so there's nothing I can do about that. So down to 21 wounds here with the Wraith Knight. So pretty good start here. 2 laser cannon shots.
Yep, 2 laser cannons.
Even 4s. And it'll be a 3 to wound here at strength 9, toughness 8. Command reroll has been used up.
I think that's a 1.
And it looks like a 1 here, just under the shadow of a Shining Spear Node. Okay. And then 2 rocket shots. These can do damage 3.
2 hits.
2 hits, yeah.
1 wound.
1 wound comes through.
-3.
-3. So I get a 6 up save here to try and block. It's a cocked dice. Completely cocked there. 2. No. So down to 9 18 wounds here now on the Wraith Knight. So damage coming through, still healthy enough, but some wounds being stripped away. Right, it's the long-range weaponry being used here. Colin's got 3 hunter-killer missiles. They're going into the Wraith Knight here to try and cause trouble.
Luckily, I'm re-rolling everything because of the Chapter Master.
Yes.
So that's just the 2 hits.
-1, isn't it?
Yeah.
For your ballistic skill 2+.
Yeah, 2+.
Great. Okay, no, 2 hits come through. That's very useful. 1 wound makes it through. Hunter killer's -2 here. -3. Okay, 6 up save. Nope, and D6 damage.
6.
It is. He's rolled a scorpion here on his customised dice. Down to 12 wounds. Oh, ouch. This is very good here. Wraith Knight's in trouble here at this stage. Good shooting from Colin. Hellblasters, we think, are out of range. So it's quite extreme range firepower taking place at this stage. The infantry firepower not really available. It's got this to fire the repulsor here, and still the Astreus to offload its shooting as well. Still plenty of firepower options available here for the Red Scorpions. I think they're off to a pretty good start here. The Wraith Knight in serious trouble. We could lose it here on turn 1. So the Las Talon into the Bikers, and the twin Las Cannon into the Wraith Knight. So
Las Talon first.
yeah, it's a shorter range 24.
Range 24, and it's -1 to hit you, isn't it?
Yes, -1 to those, yeah. So just going to reroll one of those here. One of them is a 3, which can't be rerolled. 1, okay, missed with those.
So, twin Las Cannon?
Yes, twin Las Cannon, here we go.
1 hit.
And he's going to get the reroll.
2 hits.
2 hits come through, this is good. 3's to wound.
So that's at an extra minus AP, so it's -4.
Yes.
And that's nothing.
Okay, so that is Storm of Fire,
Yep.
Warlord trait, okay. So I can't stop it, it's D6 damage. It is a 5, it's good. It is good. Down to 7 wounds remaining here on the Wraith Knight. Oh, he's in a sorry state here. Bonesinger's going to be busy if he survives. Okay, so all this firepower totally up. This is what happens in these larger points games. The big stuff doesn't last too long when you start to stack up the shooting. Choices now for the Astreus. Does it try and finish off the Wraith Knight or go after other targets? Interesting options here available here for the Red Scorpions. Okay, firepower then. Tom's going to put the twin Las Cannon into the Wraith Knight, and then the main gun is going to go into these here. If you can get down to the invuln save, which is only 4+ for these, you can try and take out some of these bikers. Still sees the Shining Spears as one of the main threats here. But 2 laser cannon shots, 4s or more will count as hits. 1 makes it through.
Can't do anything with that.
There's nothing that can be done. There's no command reroll available here, and the 3 can't be rerolled here. And it does wound. 6 up to try and block. You'll not destroy the Wraith Knight here, but chance to cause more wounds. Yes, D6 damage. It's bounced and landed up there. It is at 3. That's good enough. Well, it's good. It's a good result. We're down to 4 wounds remaining. Wraith Knight in a sorry state here right at the start of the game. Okay, so remember the special rules for this stress. No minuses against units that can fly. So Tom will be on straight 3+ to hit here, and getting his rerolls for having the Chapter Master nearby. So give you all the dice. It's a good target to go after. And they've all hit. There's a cock die, 1 cock dice. Yeah, Tom's just re-rolled. He's got his full house of hits here. Strength 8 is going to be 2s for wounds.
Rerolling 1s.
And yes, with the lieutenant here. He's going to get a couple of rerolls. They've all wounded. Wow, nice.
So that's 4 at -3.
All right, so it's a straight 12 dice. Some came through at -3, some at -2. It doesn't matter. It's just going to drop us straight down to our 4+ invuln save. Yeah, I can lose some bikers here unless you're already well. 4 ups. Tom quickly counting up the number of
5 dead.
casualties.
5. That's better than that.
5 dead is pretty good. I might command reroll to try and keep one of them alive. I think it's worth it. So 4 up, half a chance. Yes. All right. So 4 dead here. Damage coming through. So the bikers have been struck hard here, almost halved in number. All right. There's a little bit of firepower left. Hellblasters are in range of the tip of the Eldar spear here. So it's going to fire into the Shining Spears. So 4 shots.
I'm going to be overcharging for the 2 wounds.
Yes, but he's going to reroll. That's fine, no problem. It's -1 to the hit rolls, so 2 hits come through in total. 2 wounds. So the wounds come through. So going down to 4+ invuln save here. It'd be useful to try and keep these alive. We're going to lose another one. That's a straight 2 damage, isn't it?
Straight 2 damage.
All right, so we lose another biker. 4 remain. The unit's still potent enough, but the edge has been removed here by the casualties coming through. Any other firepower? We'll just check here and see what else is available. Yeah, no, that's all the firepower done. We've just been discussing if Tom's happy with turn 1. It's pretty good. I think he would like to have destroyed the Wraith Knight. Would have got Big Game Hunter as well. He just rolled a D3 and scored 2 victory points. Just cashed in there with Honour Your Chapter, destroying one of the characters there with the assassin. So it'd be fascinating to see how well these assassins do in this game. So far, the Vindicator has proved to be very effective. Should have taken out 2 targets here, but by miracle, one of the Warlocks remains alive. A dent's been put in this Eldar army here. The Scorpion Super Heavy remains intact, but my Shining Spears have been hammered hard. There's only 4 of them left. They'll auto-pass morale, just with the Avatar being nearby. And the Wraith Knight's in a sorry state. We'll try and restore as many wounds as we can to keep that in action. But that marks the end of the turn here. No assaults to take place. There's been a barrage of firepower coming from the Red Scorpions here on turn 1, but now the Eldar have a chance to respond. They'll need to respond swiftly and with deadly force if they're to try and get ahead in this game. They need to try and get ahead here. Going first, Tom has a turn in hand to try and keep ahead of the Eldar here, so Eldar need to respond in brutal fashion if they're to try and keep themselves in this fight. We'll go on to turn 1 now for the forces of the Eldar. Alright, so movement complete here for the Eldar. We did play Tears of Isha. It cost 2 command points. I only rolled 1, so restored a wound. Pulled back with the Wraith Knight here. I want to try and keep it alive, as per the usual strategy for my Eldar army. So not trying to get it in too close a range here of the Red Scorpion weapons. We've restored 3 more wounds as well with the Bone Singer. It's back up to 8, so it'll take a fair bit of effort to bring it down. Jet bikes have remained where they are. The Eldar have been rattled here by the Red Scorpions. We're not going to go headlong in, except with one with one unit on a one-man mission or a suicide mission here. We'll explain where they're going in just a moment. Bikers have held position just to get the full ballistic skill for their shooting. We've pulled back here with the Autarch on the jet bike. We've remained stationary with the Autarch there with the Reaper launcher just tucked behind. Falcons remain where he is to get his maximum firepower. Then we've shifted left here with the command party here. Eldrad moving across. These 2 here, the Spirit Seer and the Warlock. Character here, the Avatar shifted across to try and remain protected. We've moved about 10 inches here with the tank. It will be -1 to hit here with the Scorpion, but we'll now get the 5+ invuln save here for making that move. And then the Shining Spears, they've moved out 16 inches. They haven't advanced. We're hoping that we can get our psychic power to go off quicken to make the move again. We'll fly over the top and try and go after the assassin just tucked in the corner there on top of the building. That's the aim, for them to try and take him out to remove that sniper from play. It's a desperate move here, but really see the need to try and get rid of him if possible. That's movement done here for the Eldar. Not the conventional approach from them. They're going to try and go for firepower here to try and fight fire here with some shooting of their own. We're going to Psychic Phase first, though, for the Eldar here on turn 1. So just on Psychic Phase here, just to mention the cards. Actually, Witch Hunter need to destroy a Psyker, so you only have 1.
Yep.
It's the blue guy, Severin Loth, so he needs to be killed. I can't discard that card. I have to try and fulfill that mission. Then Legacy of Sorrow, 1 victory point if a character was destroyed, so it's character hunting. That may well be able to happen there with the Shining Spears. And then defend objective number 6. That's why we swung around in this direction. Let's try and sit on this for my turn and then Tom's turn, and we'll gain 2 victory points for that. So both sides here are able to pick up victory points here at the early stages of this game. We'll get Psychic Phase resolved next. All right, Psychic Phase complete here. Got it wrong with this one. The Bone Singer, he knits Wraithbone in the Psychic Phase, but it's made no impact here, out of sync, but the result's the same. So it's been a story of perils here being rolled up. You can see 3 wounds have been put on the Spirit Sea. Perilled, doesn't have a Ghost Town, rolled double 6 for him. The power went off, so it took an extreme psychic effort to make it work. But his Conceal we've played, and that's been put onto the Scorpion. So -1 to the hit rolls against them now, but it's cost him 3 wounds. Didn't save any with Ulfway, so he's just got 1 wound left on the Spirit Seer. Then we played Seer Council for 1 command point on Eldrad and this Warlock here, giving them +1. It really did help out because it didn't roll too well. We then rolled a Peril here for this Warlock. I had to command re-roll it. The result went off, the power went off in the end. Quicken, and the jet bikes have made their move 16 inches heading off towards the assassins. So mission accomplished, but just about. And then solid and reliable Eldrad with his 3 psychic powers on +1 for Seer Council. Then he successfully passed the first power, and then a further +1 on the later powers. Fortune went off on the Knight, and so did Guide. And then just about in range 24, we have doomed the Repulsor here as well. So Eldrad really helping out with those psychic powers. So the game hinges on the strong units for each side. Eldar have 4. No, they have 3, I reckon, that are powerful units. One of them's been blunted quite significantly. That's the Shining Spears. The other 2 powerful units is obviously the Scorpion tank and then the Wraith Knight, which we've tried to repair and enhance as much as possible. For the Red Scorpions, it's the Repulsor here, the Storm Raven gunship, Carib Colm, and then obviously the Astreus here. The game defeat or victory, I reckon, will depend on how each of these units fares in this game. If the Eldar are able to remove a good number of these, that'll be big trouble for the Red Scorpions. Then in return, if the Red Scorpions keep going, causing trouble here for these 3 main Eldar units, this one, and the Spears, then the Eldar will find themselves in trouble. They'll just be down to sort of regular units. So keep an eye on the big units here. It's a race against time to try and eliminate these larger units from play. Psychic Phase finished. It's a moment of truth now for the Eldar. Can their firepower match, if not surpass, what we've seen from the Red Scorpions? Shooting Phase next for the Eldar on turn 1. Okay, so we'll start with the Wraith Knight here. He needs, because he's been repaired, needs 4s to hit. We're going after the Repulsor here. 4 shots with the heavy Wraith cannons. Needing 4s. Guide from good old Eldrad doesn't get the hit, so those have made it through. It's strength 16, it's 2s to wound, and I can reroll any 1s. Doom's going to potentially help out here. Oh! I saw that, Tom. Fist pumping there over on the other side of the board. -4. So, is it a 2-up save or 3-up?
3-up normally.
3-up. Okay, so straight 2d6 damage coming through here. I've no command points left. We've scored 6. Target not destroyed here from the Wraith Knight. I have no command points left.
I made sure it was within 6 of Cullen, so
6 is to ignore. There's a cock dice. Yeah, you can reroll it, and that's fine.
Ignore none.
Okay, all right. So 6 damage coming through, but target not destroyed. Nowhere near destroyed here. Firepower from the Wraith Knight not causing enough damage. Okay, so Wraith Knight struggling. We're going to try and use a bit of fire support here from the Falcon. It's remains stationary, and it's within 6 inches here of an Autarch, so we're on reroll once. We're going to go after the Repulsor here, try and cause some more damage. So Pulse Laser here. 3s. Can't do anything about that 2. 4s for a wound. No, and there's nothing. Oh, yes, there is. Doomed. Thanks, Eldrad. Oh, you won. Yes, it's gone through. Well, check this. I think it's -3. It could be -4. Yeah, it is -3. So Tom gets a chance to block here. Nope. It's straight 3 damage, so you can roll up some dice and try and get 6s.
Nope.
None. All right, so 3 more wounds, down to 7. Fire the Bright Lance now, needing a 3. Yes, needing a 4 to wound. It does wound. That's -4. So it's a straight D6 damage. Yep, all right. No, we're playing whole facing. Tom's happy. I've always double check. It's a 5, so 5 damage. 6s here to try and get some.
Any 6s would be great. Come on.
He's struggling to roll any 6s here.
11 rolls, no 6s.
So down to 2 wounds left. Repulsor is in trouble all of a sudden with a bit of help from the Falcon. The Repulsor is in trouble. We'll try and finish you off. We'll use the Autarch with the Reaper Launcher. Yep, we'll go for 1 shot here. Needing a 2. He rolled a 1, but he's an Autarch. He gets his hit. 4's for a wound. No, but it's re-rollable for Doom. No, hasn't got through. Right, so that shot's failed. So choices now. The bikers might be effective here. They are strength 6, so 5s for wounds, and it's all re-rollable for dooms. They might well be effective, so maybe we'll use them. Got to try and finish off a target here somehow. There's no firepower can come from these. So I think it's going to have to be the bikers. Got to try and take out this tank. Okay, so the first unit of bikers, 12 shots. We remain stationary for them, so needing 3s. And we can re-roll 1s for the Altark nearby. 5s to wound, but it's re-rollable for doom. So 2 wounds come through. There's no minus on the AP for these, so Tom will get a free up save. And because of doom, 3 more wounds. So 5 saves here of 3+. It's failed 2, that's enough. We need a 6 here to try and keep the vehicle alive.
Nope.
No. All right. So vehicle destroyed and no explosion. All right. But repulsor, just a debut by the way for that model on the channel, but he's been taken out. All right. Truly was doomed. Repulsor destroyed. So that's one of the larger nasty units dealt with there. So we've got a unit of bikers left, and the Scorpion still to fire as well. Okay. I'm going to go into the Hellblasters at the back, range 36 with the scatter lasers. So I'm going to reroll this one. Almost all of them have hit. We'll then go for 3s to wound here. So a couple have failed. But there's no banner here, so Tom will not get to shoot back with any that die. And he has 8 saves to make here, 3+. No cover here, just line of sight blocking for these larger pieces of terrain. So looking for 3s for saves, and we've killed
2 damage, or is it?
just 1 damage now.
Oh,
yeah, so 1 Hellblaster slain at least. Okay, next bit of firepower. Going to fire the Shining Spears. They're going to go into the Hellblasters. Going to try and remove that heavier firepower. Star Lance here from the Exarch has missed. Then regular laser lance is firing through from the others. Only 1 hit's got through. 3s for a kill. Failed, so none at all. We declared all of the twin shuriken catapults into them, so see if we can bring any of them down. This is disastrous firepower here. 4s for wounds. This is a bit of a recovery here. 3 saves at 6+ to make. This is the shuriken hits coming through, and then 3 saves at 3+.
6+.
2 6s, nice. Okay.
And a 6 to ignore. Thank you very much.
He does. Nice dice rolling here, so ignored those.
And then just a base.
3+ here, yeah.
Double 1. 6 to ignore. 1 6. So
6.
1 wound taken.
1 wound taken. After all that firepower. Nice. Okay, so good results here for the Red Scorpions, helping to keep the Hellblasters alive. All right, there was 2 other 6s to roll up earlier on. That was the firepower coming in when Tom lost one of the Hellblasters from the bikers. No 6s rolled. All right, so the result stands then. Hellblasters have lost 1 model and another 1 on a wound. So we're down to the Scorpion now. Where to fight? Do we go after the Astraeus Super Heavy, try and break through into the armour, or do we go after another target? Mightily tempted to try and bring the Storm Raven down. Its firepower is nasty, so I think that's what we're going to have to go after here, and then try and take the risk of surviving against the Astraeus next turn. Difficult choice to make here. Okay, we're going to fire the Scorpion into the Storm Raven gunship. Its firepower is nasty. I need to get rid of that unit, and then just take the return firepower, try and survive onto the next turn. That's the plan. So we'll go for the number of shots here. I've got no command rerolls left. I've got 4d6 shots. I've got a Bright Lance as well, which I'll do in a moment if there's still a target left to shoot at. It's not a great amount of shots here. I've got 11 to fire. Yeah, a little bit on edge here. 11 shots. I've got no kind of rerolls available. It's 2s to hit. I moved, so -1, and then -1 again for hard to hit against this flyer. I need 4s. Yeah. This is not so good. Dear me. Right, okay. 2s for wounds. A string of 1s here will be
6s
trouble.
No 6s.
No 6s.
9 damage.
9 damage, all right.
6, 9.
So within range of Culm, so
Yeah, he was before.
Tom can roll up here. For any 6s, none. No 6s again. All right, so 9 damage in total. We survived. All right, a lone Bright Lance to help. Gets the hit.
Oh.
gets the wound. It goes straight through the armor. So a dice roll out, it's a d6 damage. A 5 or a 6 will take this thing out here with the Bright Lance. So here is the result. It is a 5, just at the foot here of the Blood Angel's character inside there. So Tom needs a 6 at least.
Got one.
He's got one. Balancing there, it's fine. One wound remains on the Storm Raven gunship by a whisker here. It remains in the sky. You're right, yes, that's it. Firepower done. There's nothing else we can do. The Storm Raven gunship severely damaged, but remains in the sky, so firepower will still be available from that. That shooting phase done. Pretty good from the Eldar. Could have been a lot better, though. Red Scorpion's still in pretty good shape. We'll go into assaults next. The Shining Spears of their suicide mission here. Potentially could try and take on the Hellblasters, and the Assassin will decide what to do, resolve some Overwatch, and make some charge moves. Right, so charges have taken place. Tom did get a hit here, rolled a 6, ignoring the inv save, -3, but we then rolled a 6 for a save, so no damage taken. We've just charged the Assassin, just got to try and make sure we can try and take him out. We'll leave the Hellblasters for now. So we've gone 4 inches, up 3 and along 1, and then we've got a piling move where we can push in a little bit more to get those into combat. We'll resolve this combat here. This is the only one to take place here at the end of Eldar turn 1. Okay, piling's done. Tom's now done heroic intervention here with the captain. So he'll make it in. Does he have a name?
No.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
There you go. Suggestions in the comment section below. Okay. Well, maybe watch how he fights first. So we'll attack first with the Exarch here with his Star Lance. So looking for 3s. He's hit with his, and then 3s here with the regular Shining Spears. 2 of miss. There's nothing we can do about those. 3s for wounds here at strength 6. Just the 2 get through, and then 2s for wounds here with these. They make it through. All right, they're all 2 damage. Tom, there's a good chance he'll be right here. He's got a 4+ inv save, so 5 4+ to roll up. Yep. He's done it. He's done it. We've not killed it. We've not killed the Assassin here. I think the Eldar will regret that. That's the character killer. And Tom has survived with some very good dice rolls. Okay, so mission is a failure here by the Shining Spears. The Assassin can fight back, and so too can the Captain. All right, Primaris Captain, 2s to hit. Rerolling 1s. 4 hits make it through.
Strength 4.
Strength 4. Yeah, 4s for wounds here.
What?
1 wound, okay. -3 of Power Sword?
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 up save. 6 passed. All right, so no damage there. And then the Assassin can fight back next. So 2s to hit here. They've all hit. This is the Assassin fighting away here. He's safe. He's not going to die. He's just going to try and get some damage here. Just the 1. AP minus?
No, I don't think there is.
Nothing at all. So 3 up. There's a wound. That wound's been caused here. So the Assassin's put a wound here on one of the Shining Spears. Okay, that's the turn finished. Combat's resolved over there. Shining Spears have failed in their mission. That's a very expensive unit for the Eldar, and it's been sent off on a suicide mission into that corner, and no doubt they'll be dealt with by the Red Scorpions, and this is what's left for the Eldar here. So, end of turn, nothing to trade in, but still need to hold for another turn on objective number 6. Didn't kill a Psyche and didn't kill a character, so no points to trade in here. So, looking pretty evens here in this game. But I think the Red Scorpions are ahead, and they have a turn in favour, which is the crucial point here. If they hit the Eldar hard on this next turn, that could see them through to ultimate victory. I'm going to call it here at this early stage. It all depends on how good a turn they have, and if Tom can deal with either the Wraith Knight or the Scorpion. How these 2 units fare on the next turn will have an impact on the game. End of turn here for the Eldar. They've tried to make an impact. They've done some damage, but is it enough is the question. We'll go now on to turn 2 for the Red Scorpions, Primaris Space Marines. All the Super Heavies still alive here. Ystraius Super Heavy here. The Wraith Knight's still alive, and so too is the Scorpion tank. But for how much longer? We'll see. We'll go on to turn 2 now for the Primaris Marines. All right, so movement here. Some aggression from the Red Scorpions being shown. It's beginning to move out here towards the Eldar. Tom's drawn one card this turn, still 2 in play, and it is for the Emperor here, so needs to charge a unit to gain a victory point. So see the aggressors making their move, sort of moving into the centre of the board with their firepower. And then Cullen's on the move as well. Here he's just taken the flyer off the base just to make things easy and put the flyer back on in just a moment with 1 wound remaining. Right, movement complete here. So turn around with these. Hellblasters ready to shoot. The assassins pulled out of close combat. So too is the captain. So I think Tom's just going to lay down some firepower into these bikers here to finish them off. Characters sort of sitting centrally, just trying to grant as many buffs as possible to the neighbouring units. Stormraven gunship's gone into hover mode, and 2 wounds restored by the Tech Marines, back up to 3, which is very useful. And then we saw earlier on the aggressors moving out, so they've moved just ahead. Then on the other side, Calexis Assassin's just here. This is the one that denies or causes trouble for psychic powers within range 18. So Tom trying to get that assassin ahead. Intercessors have moved out onto objective number 4. That's one of the objectives that Tom's after here with his tactical objectives. And then the Astras, again, moving ahead here. It's just gone where the wreck of the repulsor was, and it's moved to here. It'd be interesting to see where Tom decides to fire. Obviously, the 2 main priorities will be the Scorpion and the Wraith Knight. Then maintaining position here on objective number 5, and then Cullen's just here in amongst the HQs. That's movement done. Both sides sort of clustering. One Eldar group at this end, and then the Red Scorpions at this end. So the 2 armies not really mixing it up too much at this stage, just sort of softening each other up with firepower and trying to pick up points as they go along. Psychic Phase now for the Red Scorpions on turn 2. All right, Psychic Phase done. Uneventful here. Smite was attempted, perilled at double 1. Tom used a command point, got a 3, so the power didn't go off there against the bikers. And then Might of Heroes failed to go off as well. Tom was trying to cast that onto the stress to bump up the toughness to 9, but that power didn't go off, so that's the end of the Psychic Phase here. We'll see if Shooting Phase can be more effective here for the Red Scorpions. Right, so Tom's about to fire the Stormraven gunship here. This is all of the Hurricane Bolters going into the same squad. Just whilst he's rolling up there, the Calexis Assassin fired through with the pistol, range 18, and has taken out the Spirit Seer. Destroyed wounds being picked off of that. So losing Psychers here doesn't usually happen in games, but these Assassins causing trouble here for these Eldar characters. So Tom just doing some re-rolls because of the Chapter Master being nearby, which is helping here because Tom's on 5+ for his ballistic skill. 4s for wounds.
Re-rolling ones.
There's a couple. And there's 2 more. All right, so 4. 4 up saves here for Wind Riders. It's enough to take out one of the bikers, so one of their numbers been brought down. So las cannons now. 2 shots and even 5. It's going against the Wraith Knight. You can re-roll both of those.
1 hit.
6 and 5, yeah, 1 hit. Or 6 and 4, sorry. 3's for a wound. The wound comes through. We need a 6 to block here. This could cause trouble for the... Oh, Wraith Knight rolled a 6. Needed that. That's good.
Rockets.
This is the rockets coming through. 1 hit so far. Re-rollable. No. And then 4 for a wound. No, doesn't come through. Okay, Wraith Knight's still very much alive here with 8 wounds remaining at this stage. Melter's shot, Tom declared. 2 shots going into the Falcon. The Wraith Knight was out of range. You can reroll the 4, gets a hit. The 5 then becomes a miss because it's AP. This is a Latok here, so -1 to the hit rolls. But the 6 does get through. 3's for a wound. No, it doesn't make it through here against the Falcon. Shots struggling here. Just 1 biker taken out at this stage. But it's the damage that's been done there against the Stormraven gunship. Its accuracy for its firepower nowhere near as good as it was.
So Cullen's going to fire.
Okay, more firepower has been resolved. The bikers have been reduced just to the Exarch left. That was firepower coming in from Cullen firing through. Decent firepower from his twin assault cannon. These can't see or are out of range with the aggressors, just holding the middle ground there. Which is looking around the board, Tom reckons he's going to hold off with his other firepower. He doesn't want to take out the last biker there, the Exarch, because he wants to try and achieve a objective here. He has to make a charge this turn to pick up the points for that objective. So what we've got left really is the firepower from this, and Tom's deliberating where to fire with these weapons here, multiple targets. So it's going to be heavy stubbers going to go into the damaged unit of jet bikes. The las talons are going to go into the falcon. The twin las cannons are going to go into the Wraith Knight, and then the main gun into the Wraith Knight as well.
Yeah.
Tom's going to try, because he's got big game hunter, you see, so he's going to try and pick up points for that as well. Okay.
I'll just get rid of the charge in this.
Yes, so this is the Iron Howl heavy stubber.
So 2 hits.
That's
3
is a miss. It's not re-rollable. That's right. So he's rolled up his wounds here and has scored a wound. So we get a 4-up save, which we pass. Okay.
Yeah, 2 each.
2 each. Okay. Las Rippers, they're called. Tom's firing those next. 4 shots then. Going into the Falcon. -1 to the hit rolls. So looking for 3s. Reroll those 2 1s, yeah, if his rerolls nearby. Okay. So he gets 3 hits coming through. Yeah, his Chapter Master's just there. So nicely tucked within 6 inches.
Toughness.
Toughness is 7, so 3s for wounds.
2 wounds.
2 get through. So AP
-3.
3. Yeah, so 6 is to try and block. None.
6 damage.
6 damage. And there's nothing we can do about it. 6 damage taken on the Falcon. Yeah, so 6 wounds remain. We're into damage bracket now. So -1. Or not -1, it drops down to 4+ ballistic skill for the Falcon. Here we go. Main gun to try and take out the Wraith Knight.
Just 2 las cannons first.
Oh, 2 las cannons. Okay, yes. See if they can do it here.
Both hit.
Yes. No, it's 4s required after the minuses. 1 wound makes it through. Yes, this is the Lieutenant here. Does it? Yeah, strength 9. Very good. Okay, 6 is to try and block. We have not. The damage is 4.
Oh, I'm going to reroll that 1.
He's going to come on reroll here.
Reroll that 1. And you're going to get 5s.
Yeah,
I'm gonna reroll the 1.
he's going to come on reroll the 1. Gets a 6. That's 9 damage, Tom. That is very, very good. Fortune here. If we didn't have Fortune, we'd be dead. 5s here to try and block. It's an epic dice roll here. We've managed to stop 5 wounds from coming through. So it is 4 wounds taken. 4 wounds remain. The Wraith Knight clings on here. But Tom has the main gun to fire 12 shots. So looking for 3s. And Tom can reroll the 1s and 2s here. Those 3s will not be able. They'll miss and they can't reroll them. 2 more hits come through. This is a strength 8 weapon. 4s for wounds. And 1s can be rerolled. I think he's got me here. Yeah, he's going to... I can't.
Although it's -2. So you get a...
Okay, 5 saves. I need a lot of 5s here to try and survive. 5 pluses. Blocked 1.
12 damage.
12 damage, I think we're gone up. This is good. This is very good here. I think the Wraith Knight's going to go. 5 pluses, though, with Fortune. It's a valiant attempt, but it's not going to be enough. In the end, it is 8 wounds that get through. The Wraith Knight is no more. We'll roll to see if he falls on top of anybody here. No, all right. But Wraith Knight can be removed from play. Well done to the Red Scorpions. That's one of the super heavies for the Eldar removed. So Bone Singer finds himself unemployed now. He'll just have to use regular smite. That's about all he can do here. The Wraith Knight is unrepairable now. It's destroyed and out of action. Okay, so that marks the end of the shooting phase here. I think the Red Scorpions will be very happy to see the Wraith Knight brought down. But the firepower has been directed at the Wraith Knight. It's gone, but the Scorpion remains alive. That could be the sting in the tail here for this Eldar force. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch. Next here, Tom needs to pick up more victory points for making a successful charge. Okay, successful charge. A wound caused an Overwatch. That took off the last wound of one of the Hellblasters, but Tom just looking to get the successful charge there with the Hellblasters to get the victory point. So resolve combats here, and that'll be the end of the turn. All right, so combat's resolved. You can see the Shining Spear Exarch's gone. He wasn't slain in combat. He ran away. Bad morale. Rolled a 6, +3 is 9, leadership 8, so he's gone. But he did manage to take out another one of the Hellblasters. Just 2 of them left out of that squad of 5. That marks the end of the turn. Tom can trade in. Big Game Hunter was achieved. He destroyed the Wraith Knight. And for the Emperor, the successful charge points picked up. And secure objective number 4. Well done. So all 3 cards being...
Big Game Hunter's D3.
D3.
Over 20 wounds.
Sure. 3. Oh, Red Scorpions will surge ahead with that. This is very good here. Tactically speaking, now the Red Scorpions are winning the game. They're picking up a nice lot of points. Eldar just got off the mark here. We have defended objective number 6, so 2 picked up for the Eldar, but we are a fair way behind now. Some excellent objectives being achieved by the Red Scorpions. Things looking healthy for them here in this third and final game between these two sides. So Scorpions ahead. We'll go on to Eldar turn 2. They've got to make a big impact here to stay in this fight, but they're losing casualties. Shining Spear's gone, Wraith Knight destroyed, but we've got some reserves to bring on, so not give up yet. We'll press on with the Eldar here. They still have some nasty units on the table and some units to arrive as well. Turn 2 next for the Eldar. All right, Eldar movement here on turn 2. Reserves have arrived. Got a plan here. Going to try and execute as best as possible. So we've gone on the aggressive now. So Scorpions moving out 7 inches. They haven't advanced. They've got to here. And then behind them is the Autarch on the jet bike. He's gone 16 inches, skimming across. The Avatar's gone 7, and he's moved there to also secure objective number 2. The card that we have drawn is defend objective number 2, so sort of force the Eldar here to go on the aggressive and try and claim the middle ground. Trying to get the best firepower possible, so remain stationary with the Falcon, which is on a lower bracket now. The Autarch with the Reaper launcher, and then the 2 units of jet bikes. Then redundant now, with the Wraith Knight destroyed, we advanced 9 inches in total with the Bone Singer. Arriving from reserve is the Snipers. They've got an important task to do here, trying to line them up as best as possible for that, as you'll see later on. Unit 5 there, and then also in amongst the advancing group just here. And then the Dark Reapers have arrived. They've landed on top of the platform here, and they are just within 6 of the Autarch down below. We've remained stationary here with the Scorpion to get that 2+ ballistic skill, and the Psychers, I've tried to keep in range of casting our powers, but at the same time have tried to move them away from the Selexus Assassin here, trying to keep out of 18 inches, which disrupts our psychic powers, and then pull back here with this Warlock with 1 wound remaining onto objective number 6. So trying to take out Psychers here, Witch Hunter, trying to take out characters of Legacy of Sorrow, and then defend objective number 2 is the aim for the Eldar here, but also just to cause as much damage and disruption against the Red Scorpions as possible. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next now for the Eldar here on turn 2. Alright, Psychic Phase done. Bizarre again. Double 6 rolled. Perils with the remaining Warlocks. He died and then took a mortal wound off here on the Scorpion, and 2 mortal wounds on Eldrad. Units within 6 inches take D3 mortal wounds. So he's gone. Tried to use Orthway to help out with some of the damage, but didn't stop any of it from coming through. So that was trying to cast quick, and I was trying to speed up the jet bike here, but failed. Then Doom, I tried to cast here. That one didn't go off. But Fortune and Guide have both gone off. We put both of those onto the Scorpion just to enhance that as much as possible. Psychic Phase complete. Half the amount of Psychers as usual because of these assassins around. Also the self-destructing Eldar Psychers here, holding lots of perils here in this game. Nervous here. There could be an assassin around every corner. Oh, it could be anywhere, but the assassins here were saying, but the Eldar nervous that there could be assassins anywhere here. The Imperium have sent in the assassins to cause trouble for the Eldar. We'll go on to Shooting Phase next. This is an important point here for the Eldar. They need a good turn if they're to try and get back in this fight. Okay, Shooting Phase here. We've done a little bit of firepower. Scorpions firing through, Plasma Grenade and Shuriken Pistols firing through, and from the Scorpion's Claw as well, but no 1 wound being caused here. The Intercessors do count as being cover, so their save was pretty good. I think I'm going to move on to the big guns here, the Scorpion, because that will dictate where the rest of the firepower comes from other units, I think. So we're going to fire the main gun into the stress. It has to be done, and then the Bright Lance is in range to try and pick off the flyer here if we can. So we'll fire that first. It's 2+. -1 to hit rolls, 3+. You get the hit just about. 3s for a wound, strength 8. The wound does come through, it's -4, and it'll be D6 damage. Is 6 here?
No.
Yes, no. Tom gets 6s, yes. 4 6s Tom needs here. Desperate opportunity, no, okay. And he's going to roll to see if he detonates, and no, alright. But Stormraven Gunship picked off here by the Bright Lance from the Scorpion. Okay, the main gun then, twin pulsars, 4d6 shots. I've got no rerolls left here. I've been rolling Fate Reader for Eldred, but no bonus command points come through.
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That's 19 shots hitting at 2s here. We could see an epic display of firepower coming from the Scorpion here. So just looking for any 1s. There's a few. 3s to wound. This will be the important part here. And 6s will cause trouble. So yeah. This is trouble here, it's official. So Tom's got separate saves to make for these. These will be 6 damage a time, and there's 3 of them.
5 plus 6.
5 pluses. This is the in one here.
So 1 made.
Passes
so
1.
Damage taken so far.
12 damage, okay.
And then how many others?
8 others here. These will be 3 damage if they make it through.
Oh. So that's 3 of those 2, so that's 9 damage plus 12.
Okay.
And then I get to roll my ignore on 6s.
Yeah, so excellent roll here. Tom's made 5 of those on 5 pluses, so it's just the 3 have made it through. That's 9, plus the 12 from earlier on. Yeah. So it's not going to be enough to destroy, is it?
No.
No. Oh, almost, though.
10, 12, 3, 6.
So this is coming from Colm here. It's the 6s to ignore wounds coming through. Tom's bound to get a few.
2. Only 2.
2, all right. Okay, so that'll be 19 wounds then.
Yeah.
19 wounds caused here on the Estress. Okay, yeah, 5 wounds remain. It's a horrific amount of damage coming through, but not quite enough to destroy this super heavy here. Going to call upon the Falcon now to see if its weapons can attempt to finish this off. 5 wounds required. So the Falcon hits on a 4+, I'm rerolling 1s because of the All-Tark nearby. So we'll fire the Bright Lance first of all. This weapon by itself could be enough. If it hits, which it does not, roll a 3. Pulse Laser next. 1 hit comes through, so we'll not destroy it with this tank. And then we need a 4+ to wound, which we do not. We've rolled a 1. Alright, so Falcon has failed here. Going to call upon another unit if we're going to try and finish off the Estress this turn. Alright, so we fired the Avatar here, got a wound, but then Tom rolled a 6. He is in cover, so 6 blocked that damage from the Wailing Doom. Then we fired the All-Tark through, got a bit of damage, but again, Tom passed some saves. So stubbornly holding on to objective number 4. The Dark Reapers, I was going to fire them into the aggressors. I'm still going to fire them into the aggressors. The firepower from these could cause havoc for the Eldar and big trouble for them, so still going to fire. Going to fire the Star Swarm missiles, so 2 shots each, so 10 shots in total. Rerolling 1s for the All-Tark nearby. So reroll this one. They've all hit. It's strength 5.
4s.
So 3. Oh, they're toughness 5, aren't they? Yeah. So 4s to wound, but still it's pretty good. 7 have made it through. It's -2 to the saves for these, so the aggressors will need 5s and 6s to stay alive on 7 dice. It's passed through 1. It's 2 damage a time, so it looks like a wipeout here. Yeah, okay, so that was the original target. Just checking here. No, alright, aggressors deleted here by the deep striking Dark Reapers. Ouch, what a hit from them. Good shooting from the Dark Reapers. Alright, so what we're going to do is use snipers now to try and pick off mortal wounds here against the Estrellas. Every wound helps here. So this is a unit in the distance, just across the other side of the board. 4s to hit because we count as moving. We're deep striking in, so 4 hits. 6s for wounds, or 6s for mortal wounds. Yes, so a mortal wound comes through. Tom can ignore that on a 6+. Which he does. He's rolled another 6. And he also has to make a 2-up save. Regular armor save here. This is the normal damage coming through, which he passes. Alright, so sniper's just trying to pick off weak points here on the vehicle. Next 5 shots coming through. Need 4s, just the 1. No rerolls available. And no damage at all coming through there. So the L5, I'm going to switch targets. I'm going to try and go after this assassin here, this Selexus one here. So I need 4s.
6s.
Right, yes. Always need 6s against this blasted thing with these new rules. 4+ for a wound. Nothing. 0 here. So Eldar Rangers struggling to pick off targets here at this stage. Okay, so yeah, snipers firing through here, need 6s, and no damage coming through. So we've resolve some other firepower here. Jet bikes with their firepower. We put a good number of shots into this, no damage. Into here, just the one wound being caused, so one of the intercessors being brought down. And then the Autarch here firing his Reaper launcher, got a hit but no wound here against his stress. It still remains on 5 wounds here. We have failed to kill it here this turn, but significant damage coming through here against this super heavy. Shooting is entirely finished now for the Eldar. The Storm Raven's gone, and a great result there against the aggressors. That unit deleted, so that's good news for the Eldar. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Now some possible charges to take place here. Right, charges have taken place. Charges that you see here would never have happened if it wasn't for the Avatar of Khaine. Granting reroll charges to units within 12 has proved to be exceptionally useful. We fouled the charge with the Scorpions first, got the reroll thanks to the Avatar and made it in, rolling a 9. No damage from Overwatch. And then here, rolled a 7. It wasn't enough because -2 for the Crater, but then rerolled and got a 10 there with the Autarch on the jet bikes. All of a sudden, Eldar have burst out here against these Imperial targets. So charge is done. Got a couple of combats to resolve. Can we bring the Assassin down with the Scorpions here? Then the Autarch on the jet bike with his laser lance going into the intercessors. Okay, so pile of moves made here, but just keeping nicely within 6 inches to grant reroll 1s here from the Autarch. We're just discussing the rules for Mandy Blasters. It's not really a hit roll. It's more of an impact roll, so we won't get reroll 1s for that at least. We'll resolve that now. This is why I've moved the Scorpions out, hoping that those 6s, those mortal wounds, will cause trouble here for this Assassin. It does have 5 wounds to try and get through. But we'll roll 10 dice immediately before anything happens in this phase and try and get some 6s if possible. Oh dear, right, okay, none, 0. Mandy Blaster's not working here against the Assassin. Blaster's hoping for a good few there. Alright, so we'll go on to regular attacks now coming from the Scorpions. Alright, so that's the attacks. So Scorpion Chainswords and then the Exarch here. So Ariel Doom Hand. Need 6s here. 0, none from him, so we're going to go down to the Chainswords to see what they can do. I think this Assassin's going to survive. A tricky target to try and deal with. We get a hit. No, reroll 1s. Oh, please. No, it's just the one. We must get a wound. Unbelievable. No, we don't. The Assassin is hard hit, striking, trying to fight the shadows here. These Scorpions are meant to be experts at flushing out enemy targets, but they've not had to deal with an Assassin like this before. It escapes untouched. So...
That's just disgusting.
It's disgraceful and it's awful. Terrible. Awful.
Like cheese with cheese, that's
yes.
what I say.
I don't know what to say about that. Okay. Right. I've dealt out enough cheese, so it's time to sit down and eat some of my own. All right. So we'll move on to this combat. Hellas Tom wants to interrupt at this stage. He's got 2 command points left. All right. So the Exarch, now Autarch. He is looking for 2s and rerolling 1s. Yep. 3s for kills. He's just wiped out the squad. 2 damage a time from the laser lance.
Yep.
And that's the end of the intercessors. Well, swiftly dealt with here by the Autarch and a jet bike. As yet unnamed, by the way. So any names for this swift and graceful rider on this jet bike here?
Captain Bree.
Captain Bree, yeah. No, I don't need names after cheese. Okay. Okay, so we'll just hold, I think, with him. There's no need to go closer to enemy targets. But mission accomplished here for the Autarch on the jet bike. Tom's just working out his attacks back now with the Assassin.
Do you have any invites? 2s to hit. And 4s to kill. That's 4 dead. So you can't take any saves unless they're invulnerable saves.
Oh.
So
this Assassin's ridiculous.
Life drain. Saving throws cannot be made for attacks made with this melee weapon by this model unless they are invulnerable saves. So 3.
Unbelievable. 3 dead. 3 Scorpions brought down in return. Just picked off and dragged into the shadows and murdered here by this Assassin. Strange stuff going on here. Striking Scorpions have met their match for sure at this stage. End of turn. We'll see if the Eldar can bring in any cards here, cash in any cards and try and pick up some points. All right, so no cards to trade in. We've got to defend this for another turn, and we haven't killed a Psyche. We haven't killed a character, and we can't drop those cards just because of the nature of the mission. It's a real bane here for the Eldar. It's tying them up forcing them to go after these objectives, and we're struggling to fulfill them, and that means we haven't got a flow of new objectives coming in. And that means that however well the Eldar do in this fight, the Red Scorpions are keeping the points flowing in. That'll bring them to ultimate victory, regardless of who has the most models left on the table. The game's still on for both sides. Exactly what we wanted here. Wanted a nice mix-up of a game. That's what we've got. We'll go on to the third turn now for the Red Scorpions as they desperately fight on against the Eldar. Right, so we're on turn 3. Just to call out some cards here. Supremacy. So D3 victory points if you control any 3 objective markers at the end of the turn. That's doable here for the Red Scorpions. Another decent card being drawn. Secure objective number 2, which is the one that we're trying to defend. That'll mix things up. And then overwhelming firepower. It's destroying units. If Tom can destroy 3, he'll get D3 victory points for that. So excellent selection of cards here. I'm just going to pull back so you can get a more of a zoomed out view of the battlefield here at this stage. So here are the Eldar Rangers just here. There's that anchoring point of all that firepower coming from jet bikes, and they've been joined by the Dark Reapers. You can see them just on top of the tower there, and the Falcon. Across the other side there's the Scorpion just there, and then zooming out here you can see the Red Scorpion units at this end of the board. So both sides are pretty much kept to their deployment zones mostly, and now starting to collide into each other here in the centre part of the board. Bold move being made here by the Astraeus. It's shifting to the middle ground. Tom trying to get in range of objective number 4. So this is a situation here. Tom needs 3 objectives. He's just picked up this one. He has objective number 5. Now he's contesting at least objective number 4. So he needs to kill my autarch on the jet bike, then he'll count as securing that objective. So it's all doable here, all possible to get objectives, no problem here. We'll let Tom make the rest of his moves. All right, move complete then. Astraeus to here, at the moment contesting objective number 4. The assassin has pulled out of close combat here. Multiple characters flooding through, Colm shifting across as well. Severin Loth at the top here, so you can use his psychic powers. I think Tom's trying to remove the Scorpions as a priority to get rid of them. Securing objective number 1 with the intercessors, shifting across here with the captain, the 2 Hellblasters and the assassin. And then here securing objective number 5, just shifting across a few inches with the intercessors here. That's movement done. Both armies have been halved in strength, I reckon, so we're down to sort of a 1500 point kind of battle here at this stage. No, there's more actually, because the 2 super heavies are still alive. That's a lot of points on the board. Alright, so we'll go on to Psyche Phase next for the Red Scorpions on turn 3. Okay, Might of Heroes has gone off, and Smite took out 2 of the Scorpions. So a decent Psychic Phase here from Severin Loth. We'll go on to Shooting Phase now for the Red Scorpions on turn 3. Okay, right, it's one of those moments that we didn't capture on camera, so I have to explain what's just happened. I've just lost 2 characters here from the Vindicare Assassin firing through. So his first target was the autarch just here. Tom got his hit, got his wound. The wound was a 6, wasn't it?
The wound was a 6, so it caused D6 damage.
Which you then rolled a...
Which I then rolled a 6.
So that killed him outright. Then you used a stratagem to regain... To spend 1 command point to regain 2.
Yeah, when you kill a character with an assassin, you can spend 1 command point and then you regain 2.
Yes.
So it got me back to 2 command points.
Then
I spent another command point to allow me to shoot again.
At a different target.
So then I shot at the autarch here, hit.
Yes.
Then rolled a 6 again.
You did.
And then rolled 5 for damage.
Uh-huh.
And then the new headshot rule from the Vindicare Assassin means that on a roll of a 3+, it scores a mortal wound.
Which you got?
It scored a mortal wound.
Which is 6 wounds, and the autarch's dead. I tried to roll a 6 to block. It's -3. I had a 6-up save. So I can't even do invuln saves.
No invuln saves.
Nothing. That's crazy. It's madness. So 2 characters in quick succession. It's the most powerful sniper now. It really is. I think Games Workshop doing it to counter the abilities that characters offer, and they're often very, very well protected and hard to root out. But that's all changed now with these assassins on the board. Eldar characters being picked off all over the place. So some crazy sniper shots taking place here. It's a dangerous place to be if you're a character on this battlefield. But good shooting so far. Excellent firepower from the assassin. It really is a powerful unit. Now, how many points are these?
85 points each.
85 points. A bargain. Okay, right. So... yeah, this is game-changing here, potentially. Really good results coming through with the help of these assassins. And we've seen the other one down here causing trouble for the Eldar to try and eliminate as well. We'll press on with the shooting here, see what kind of damage Tom's other units can do. Right, so more firepower has taken place here. The Rangers have been deleted. That was firepower coming through from Kereb Koln. Couldn't see the Scorpions. I removed some of the models that could be seen. So Tom elected to fire through here instead, and the Rangers are gone. Still, the Avatar defiantly holds on to objective number 2. Tom then fired this squad of intercessors against the Rangers and missed entirely, -2 to the hit rolls. And there's not much left. So this one here, the main tank, the Astreus, is going to fire 2 las cannon shots and the main gun into the Scorpion. And then he's going to fire the las rippers into this one. And then the Ironhound heavy stubber. It's 3 shots.
Into them.
Into the Scorpions, yes. Okay. Okay, las rippers he wants to fire first, going against the Falcon. 4 shots, even 5s. Well, needing 5s, any re-rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you re-roll all 3 of those, actually, the way it works now, because you start at 5+ to hit. Yeah, and then they've all missed now, because it's -1. No, we're flying, which means you ignore that.
No, I don't ignore it. I'll ignore it with the main gun.
Main gun. Okay, so they've actually all missed. All right. Yeah. So just doing our re-rolls before modifiers, it works out at no hits. Okay, so
Las cannons.
2 las cannon shots here. Needing 5s, and it's all re-rollable. Does get a hit. Okay, 1 hit comes through. And a 3 to a wound. Yeah, it does. 6+ to try and block. No. And the damage is a 4. We do have fortune to try and block some of these. None. All of a sudden, 4 damage comes through, down to 21. That's a good result there from the last cannon. Tom's now going to fire the main gun. This will be 5s to hit. Tom can re-roll anything worse than a 5+. There's a lot of re-rolls available here.
That'll do it.
It's pretty good, pretty good. 7 hits have got through here. Strength.
4s.
Strength 8, 4s to wound. This is the crucial roll.
Oh,
aye, just the one. Yes, this is the lieutenant helping out here.
Terrible.
Doesn't help, just the one. -2. 5 up to save.
3 damage.
Straight 3 damage. We'll see if fortune can help out here. It helps out with 1, but we drop down to 19 wounds. The damage is coming through here against the Scorpion, but not enough to cause too much trouble at this stage. 19 wounds remain. All right, so the rest of the shooting's taken place. We fired the Ironhound, Heavy Stubber, Stormbolter as well. Some casualties coming through against the Scorpions. Just 3 of them left, taking 4 casualties in total. And then, yes, the Hellblaster's firing through. Picked off 2 of the Rangers here. 2 casualties taken. That's shooting done. Eldar being whittled down quite significantly here, and they've lost some key characters as well, so not looking so good for them. I think the Scorpions, it's official here, they're winning the game at this stage. Now even the Scorpion starting to take damage, but still in a pretty healthy condition. Charges then none. We're saying units here can't see the Scorpions on the other side. Tom could charge with his Astreus, but he's just going to leave it to hold on to objective number 4. Doesn't want to take any damage in close combat. The Scorpion Exarch could cause trouble. So cards to trade in. Any more points picked up?
D3?
Yes, he's done it. Yes, he's got the 3 objectives and scored 2 more. This is going to
overwhelming firepower. I killed the Rangers and 2 characters, so that's 3 as well.
Oh boy, we're seeing a Red Scorpion victory beginning to form here in this special battle report. Okay, Tom's happy, especially after the last 2 games that we played there. So, all right, so we'll go on to the 3rd turn now for the Eldar. They've got to strike back here, and harder than ever before. They've got to make some kind of impact here in this game. But the higher priority will be to pick up points. We need points somehow from somewhere to try and even up the score if we can. We've defended objective number 2 actually, so we're going to cash that in. So that'll free up another slot for a new card to come through, and the Eldar will pick up 2 points here at the end of the 3rd turn of the Red Scorpions. But now it's the 3rd turn for the Eldar. We'll see what they can do. Okay, movement done for the Eldar here. The Scorpions remained where it is, just to fire at the maximum ballistic skill. So too is the Falcon, to continue its fire support. Rangers have sat where they are. This unit Rangers here have remained where they are. Jet bikes on the move. We've actually landed them so they are closer to Severin-Loth. We're going to try and take him out. Just the original objectives that were generated at the start of the game. Witch Hunter, Legacy of Sorrow. A 6-inch advance move made by the Bone Singers on the move with him. Possible smite again at Severin-Loth. And the Scorpions have headed towards him as well. It's trying to snatch at the opportunity to try and take this Psyche out. You see the Avatar on the move here towards the Astreus. And Eldrad, yes, Rod of 6 for him. So his advance move took him round to objective number 4. The card is Strands of Fate. If your Warlords of Psyche, you can increase or decrease the result by 1. We rolled a 3 and did adjust it to a 4, so I can come around and try and get this objective here for a point. That's the new card that was drawn this turn. Movement done here for the Eldar. They're still in this fight here, but they've got to try and catch up and pick up as many points as possible. We're going to Psychic Phase for them next. Okay, Psychic Phase done. Eldrad rolling exceptionally high, managing to counter the -2 from the Assassin being generated there. So Guide's gone off, Fortune's gone off here on the Scorpion, and then Doom did go off here against Carib Khan. Tom multiple times tried to block there with Severin-Loth, but failed just about. Used 1 command point actually for a reroll and failed as well. So he's down to 1 command point left. I have none. I've been trying to use Eldrad to generate 6s at the start of each turn, but haven't generated any so far. Okay, Psyche Phase. Good, actually. Very happy with how Eldrad's done there, helping the Eldar, keeping them going here in this game. We're going to Shooting Phase next. So I'm going to fire the Avatar here. The Wailing Doom gets the hit and gets the wound. It's -4. Tom will get a 5+ invuln save. No? Oh, yes, it drops down to 7+, doesn't it, because of damage. Okay, so it goes through. It's 2d6 damage, choosing the best. It's 4, down to 1 wound left. Oh yes, some 6s here to try and ignore. None. 1 wound left here on the Astreus. It's almost destroyed. Okay, Saving Private Ryan moment here. We'll try and finish off with a pistol, which hits.
Another 6, come on.
Nope. It's nothing. Okay, the disc ammunition here bounces off the armour of the Astreus. Okay, 1 wound from somewhere to try and finish this thing off. Yeah, so we're going to use the Bright Lance from here, try and finish him off, and then the main gun, the dreaded twin pulsar here, is going to go after Carib Khan, trying to remove him from play if possible. So the Bright Lance here, which has helped out so far, gets its hit, falls for a wound, no this time, so no wound comes through. That's against the Astreus. Now 4d6 against Khan. He's tough here, he's got Might of Heroes, so he'll be toughness 9, and a 4+ invuln save to help him out as well. It's going to be 13 shots to come through here against this target. So it's 10, 13. We're on Guide, so we're on 2s, rerolling 1s. So there's a couple of 1s, which will reroll. So they've all hit their target. He's doomed, so he'll be on 3s to wound and rerollable. Just trying to make this as efficient as possible. Those don't make it through. Okay. Yes, those are the ones that could cause trouble. Tom has a command reroll on standby, and there is a further 9 here to try and survive after that.
2
so
4+.
4+. 6 damage will come through here if Tom doesn't go for the reroll.
4+.
Colin has a lot of wounds. He has 15. 6 will be a big chunk ripped out. There's a lot of dice here, yeah. Difficult choice here.
Yeah, I was going to do it.
He's going to go for it. Okay, 4+.
Yep.
He rolls a Scorpion. Well done. So that damage is negated. Now it's down to 4+ saves for 9 shots coming through. I think you got a chance of surviving here. Pretty good. 4+. Let's see if Colin can withstand the firepower from twin pulsars here. Looking for 4s.
3, 6, 9, 12.
12. Yeah, very good. You've survived. And then it's 6s to ignore damage coming through. What a result here.
Ignored 3 more.
3 more. So that's 9.
9 taken.
9 damage. Colin is not dead. He's still alive. Oh dear. Right, okay. Just checking some results here. So I'll just summarise the rest of the firepower. Tom's going to check the rules. Yeah, so firing through. Managed to put another wound here on Severin Loth. That was firepower coming through from the bikers and snipers through there. We tried to pick off some more wounds against Culm, but failed with the Falcon. He missed entirely. So 6 wounds left on Culm just here. A plasma grenade thrown from here put a wound on Severin Loth as well. So he's got 3 wounds remaining. No. This is going to hurt here. Just explain to you what's happened. You can hear Tom's groans of despair here.
2d6 distance.
Yeah, this is going to cause havoc. Yeah, you may have guessed here. This has just exploded. Tom rolled a 6. No command points available here. Both sides are burnt. There's up. Just hold fire with the dice. It's going to cause trouble for all of us here. My avatar, Eldrad, and everyone over there as well. So the shots that was picked off, I had to fire. I was going to charge in here, but there's a load of Overwatch, and it's all re-rollable because of the Chapter Master nearby, so we had to divert firepower from the Dark Reapers, and what great support they've been here in this game, and they did manage to pick up. They got 1 wound there with Starswarm missiles. Tom failed, 2 damage coming through. Tom didn't block with any 6s being rolled, so the stress is no more. Tom's already rolled a 6 for its destruction and explosion. Now it's 2d6, please, for your distance.
Oh, goodness.
It has to be, yes, it has to be. It's 11 inches. Oh, no.
Literally. That's literally
chaos.
Everything.
All right, okay, deep breath, everybody. This is destroyed. It's 11-inch range here. Yeah, it's gone nuclear here. This is potentially could rip the heart out of this entire game here. There's a whole stack of characters in here. Carried Colm's down to 6. He could die. Avatar could take some damage. Eldrad could die, and there's a squad here could take some damage as well. It's D6 mortal wounds. The Scorpions are in range. Maybe roll them first. So Tom can roll up here. D6. They're gone. No, the Scorpion Exarch will remain alive with 1 wound remaining. Okay, so that's the Scorpion. Scorpion's dealt with. Okay, Tech Marine here. D6 damage.
No!
Tech Marine's in trouble.
There we go.
All right, so 6 dice needs 6s to try and keep him alive, or a character's going to die here. He's rolled 1. I think it's going to be enough.
Oh.
There's a 6 on the edge of the board. Has rolled off the table. Tom's re-roll here. No, 5 wounds taken. So
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah, Tech Marine's gone. Okay, now the Doctor here, the Apothecary here, to see if he dies. D6 5. Oh. Tom's going to need some.
This is not good.
This is not going well at all. Oh dear. We've seen, rarely you see explosions like this, but this is perhaps one of the biggest.
Oh, he's still alive.
He's still alive, 1 wound remaining. Okay, thanks to Carib Colm nearby. Next is the Lieutenant here. Just the 2 and 6s to ignore. No. None. Okay, so 2 mortal wounds on the Primaris Lieutenant. Thankfully, it's Primaris models here, which on average have more wounds than regular Space Marines. So, Lieutenant remains alive. The Apothecary is going to be busy here. Your Chapter Master. 5 wounds taken. Ouch. 6s to ignore. I think Tom needs a 6 here. Ignores 1.
He's got 6 wounds, so he's down to 4.
4 wounds taken on the Chapter Master. Horrific damage coming through here. Okay, running out of wound markers here, so we're using vehicle dice to count these down. The Slexus Assassin, 5. Good dice roll here. Oh no, he's not. Yeah, affected by his 6+. He's gone. Well, there you go. I've struggled all game to try and get rid of him. Tom's wiped out here with an explosion. Caught in the explosion here.
Of course.
Colm's gone unless you're on a 6. So 6 is to try and stay alive.
He's alive.
He's done it. Oh, just about. Oh, boy. Colm's remains alive here with 1 wound remaining. Can you imagine an explosion detonating across in this direction? Okay. Out the back here, yes. Just the 1. No problem. I think you might even be in 6. I think they may be just out of range here. Possibly. Yeah. No, out of range. Okay, it's just 1 wound taken there on the Intercessors. Now you can go for the Avatar of Cain. 2 wounds being caused. And, yeah, Molten Body here. He'll survive nicely in the flames. 6 and a 1. Okay, 1 wound taken. And then Eldrad, a 4 or more will cause trouble.
5.
Tom rolls a 5. I think Eldrad's going to go here. Let's re-roll some 6s for our Ulfway Craft World.
He's gone.
Oh, Eldrad's dead. No, Eldrad's gone. I can't believe this. We've lost. That's a Slay the Warlord as well. Unbelievable events taking place here at the latter stages of this game. Look at that, that's denied me the chance to try and pick up objective number 4. I'd line myself up nicely to pick one up, but Eldrad has got no command points left to go for any kind of rerolls. The mighty Psyche is no more after that deadly explosion that's taken place. Horrific events taking place here towards the end of turn 3 for the Eldar. So that was the last of the firepower. That's all been resolved. There's no charges that can take place. Avatar can't reach around here. The Scorpions, I had position 1 that could see. Now we can't see because those models have been removed. And the Exarch, we can't charge a target that cannot be seen. So I have to end the turn here and go on to the 4th turn for the Red Scorpions. There's no cards we can trade in. We failed to pick up this objective here. And then Witch Hunter failed. Oh, no. Legacy of Sorrow. Let's just see. 1 victory point if an enemy character was destroyed during this turn. Yes, we get that now thanks to the exploding Astraeus Super Heavy. So we'll cash in there. 1 victory point there for the Eldar at the end of their 3rd turn. Turn 4 now, coming up for the Red Scorpions. What's left here on the board fights desperately to try and see each of their sides through to victory. Okay, so movement done here for the Red Scorpions on turn 4. Massive change in the game here, perhaps one of the most devastating explosions we've seen. You're only used to seeing that kind of explosion in our Apocalypse battles, so devastating here across the board. But pulling back now of units, Khan's hidden behind here. The Scorpion tank can't see him, so hidden behind there. Holding objective number 5, the Intercessors. Characters falling back. 1 wound restored on the Captain from the Apothecary there. And then across here, maintaining position here with Hellblasters and the Assassin. And then this squad moving across to try and flush out the Scorpion Exarch with 1 wound remaining. That's movement done as the Red Scorpions press on here. We'll go on to their Psychic Phase. Oh yes, Loth. It's hidden now, not standing on top to be shot at by snipers. Psychic Phase coming up now. All right, Psychic Phase done. Double 1 rolled Perils. That was for Might of Heroes, but Tom only took 1 mortal wound there on Severin-Loth. Almost destroyed him, and that would have helped the Eldar out. But Severin-Loth remains alive, and then Tom too scared to try to go for the other Psychic Power. What was the other one? Null Zone. Yeah, okay.
Wouldn't have been any use anyway.
Okay, so that's Psychic Phase complete here. We'll go on to Shooting Phase next for the Red Scorpions. So we're just working on Firepower at the moment. Secure Objective, this is the new cards for Tom. Secure Objective number 2, which is that one. Lightning Strike, which is something in my deployment zone. Okay, and then Blood and Guts. This is one that Tom's going to try and go for, and that's destroying units in the fight phase. I think that's why he's going to try and flush out the Scorpion Exarch there, just behind the container. Okay, we'll get these. We'll get the firepower resolved here for the Red Scorpions. Okay, so Shooting Phase almost finished. Just the Assassin to fire in a moment. Wounds taken here. 1 casualty and a wound taken. Wound taken here. That's firepower coming in from the Intercessors here and across here as well. And then 2 shots coming in from the Hellblasters. They both missed with the -1 hit for a Latok. Tom rolled 2 3s. So the Assassin. Where is he going to?
He's going to fight the Avatar.
Going after the Avatar. Here it comes. 2s for a hit.
Yay.
And that's it. He's missed, finally. He's got some amazing hits here in this game, but finally a shot misses here against the molten body of the Avatar. Shooting done. Assaults, potentially, yes. We're going to Charges and Overwatch next. All right, so Charges have gone ahead. No damage from Overwatch, and Tom's rolled up a 7. So in they go. We'll get this combat resolved next. That'll be the end of turn 4 for the Scorpions. So that's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11 attacks for the Sergeant.
Yeah, 3 attacks for the Sergeant, 2 for the rest.
Okay, here it comes. And he's only looking for 1 wound, so he's probably going to kill the Exarch here. Ariel Doomhand, needing 3s. Before you roll that, I'm just going to roll Mandiblasters here. No, alright, so that's that done. Wouldn't have made any difference. 3s for wounds.
4.
4.
4? No, 5.
5, it was 5, yeah. Okay, roll 1 at a time. I think we are gonna. Yeah, we survive. Survive. This is the heavy aspect armor here. Holding. Okay, right. So now we'll fight back with the Exarch. The channel icon. Misses twice, but that's a sustained attack. So actually generate an extra attack here, which misses. It's just the 1. It does wound. -3. So 6 up save. Nope, and D3 damage. Just the 1. Alright, so a wound taken. Ariel Doomhand has not managed to bring any of these intercessors down. Okay, so that's the turn finished. Morale here, it's going to be auto pass here for this remaining jet bike, and that's it. So we'll see if Tom can cash any cards in. No, because he's looking for that destruction there in close combat. Okay, so turn finished. We're going to turn 4 now for the Eldar. All right, so movement for the Eldar here on their 4th turn. So we've moved here with the Scorpion, just normal move, no advancing from that. So it swung around 14 inches in total. We've secured objective number 4 with this lone jet bike. The other jet bikes remain where they are. 7 inches with the avatars, moved off in this direction to try and help Aerial Doomhand. The snipers, the rangers have sat still. So too has... no, actually pulled back an inch or two there with the Bone Singer, and across the other side we've swung the Rangers round. They do have a view through to Severin, just an angle to him. Remain stationary again with the Falcon just to maximise our firepower, and the same holding position there with the Dark Reapers. Psyche Phase next. Master of the Warp is the card that's drawn, so if you can successfully manifest Smite here with the Bone Singer, we'll pick up a point. Right, so just checking the wording of the rules. We had to go back to the rule book for Psychic Powers. Smite went off on a 9. Tom denied on a 12. But the way it's worded here, we still get the victory point for Master of the Warp because the power was manifested, but it was resisted here, just the way it's worded in the rule book. So a point picked up there at least, but Smite has been blocked here by Severin Loth. Psychic Phase finished. Shooting Phase next. Okay, shooting phase resolved. The Falcon missed with its firepower, didn't get any hits at all. That was firing against the intercessors here. And then also against the Hellblasters. Missed here with the Avatar, firing across. You could see the top of Culm there and fired, but failed to wound. No, we did wound actually. I think you passed an Invuln save. Yeah, an Invuln save passed. Okay. Tried to use the bikers here to take out the Hellblasters, but still one remains. Snipers did quite well, put in some a mortal wound and a fouled save here on Severin Loth. He just has 1 wound left, taken 5 wounds in total. And then we fired the main gun here, the twin pulsars, bit of overkill here, but took out the intercessors here, securing objective number 5. Rolled a quadruple 1 here for this biker, too busy moving towards the objective, firing through in this direction, so no hits from him at all. And then we should have destroyed the Hellblasters. They were hit by Starstorm missiles coming from the Dark Reapers here, but only 1 wound came through. Tom failed a save, and 1 model removed, but still the Sergeant remains alive. That's shooting done. We'll go now on to charges. There's a charge here to take place in ongoing combat there as the Aerial Doomhand fights against the intercessors, and perhaps we'll have the Avatar of Cain to assist. Yes, Avatar's made it in. I've swung him around there. He's gone 10 inches, so I'll attack with him immediately. Both of us have all burnt out our command points here, so we're on 2s to hit. They've all hit here. 2s for wounds. They've all wounded. All of a sudden,
Probably all dead, aren't they?
I think they're going to be all dead. So the first model will die immediately because it has 1 wound remaining. Then it's 4 damage on the next guy. 5 damage. Yeah, we'll just hold it there because of 6+ ignoring damage. Yeah, okay. So the first guy. Sorry. So what we'll do is we can. It's not too late here. It's 4, 5. The first guy though has taken 5 wounds. So 5 6s required to keep him alive.
That's worth a try. No.
Okay. Then so that's correct. Now we're on to this guy, which was the maximum we rolled was a 4. So 4 6s required. Or 4 rolls required. Okay. And the next one's 5. Just a remote chance here. No. Close-ish. Then the next one, another 4. No. And the last one, the Sergeant here, taken 5 wounds here from this flaming sword of the Avatar. No, slain the entire squad. Avatar of Cain. It's been a very useful character here in this game. Okay, yeah, so we've made a consolidation move there. That frees up Aerial Doomhand. It's actually been saved here by the Avatar. Look at this here, the way they look after each other here, the Eldar. These ancient friends looking out for each other here, fighting against the Imperium. But that marks the end of the turn, so we'll cash in with some cards here, potentially. Okay. Yes. So Strands of Fate's been achieved. That was to secure objective number 4, and then previously during the turn we achieved Master of the Warp. So Eldar picking up some points here. Not too bad. They're still behind the Red Scorpions here, but beginning to even up the score to some degree. We'll go now on to, well, it's turn 5 coming up now for the Red Scorpions. So Tom partly aiming to try and see the game out, to try and stay ahead with points and then see the game out to the end. This potentially could be the last turn of the game. We'll go on to Red Scorpion turn 5 next. So just a movement here for the Red Scorpions. At the start of the game, Tom had said it wouldn't be nice to have the Avatar fighting Carib Khan again. I didn't answer. I thought it's never going to happen in this game. But look, everybody, another opportunity for these two to collide. They did collide in one of the previous games as well. Looks like we may see another encounter between them again. So great to see this happening towards the end of a game. A lot of the big units have been destroyed and removed, and it's now down just to a handful of units on the board, just trying to see the game out to victory either way. So it's awkward here for the Red Scorpions. The casualties are starting to mount up heavily, and it's this here, the Scorpion tank, that may well cause the most damage here in these latter turns. But as I said earlier, time's ticking away here. The game may well end here at the end of turn 5. So Eldar racing as quick as they can to try and make up the ground, pick up as many points as possible. Right, record movement's complete here. So yes, Colin is going to face off against the Avatar. He has been joined by the Chapter Master, if anything, just to grant some rerolls. And he's a Chapter Master, yes. So it's going to be rerolls entirely. Great. Yeah. Then the Lone Hellblaster here. Then Lieutenant Several Lofts pull back. The Apothecary here. You can restore some wounds with him.
Yes, I'll do it onto Loth. 3 wounds.
Oh, good work. 3 wounds removed. Superb. All right, so that makes it even more difficult here for the Eldar to try and remove that model from play. Then the Assassin's remained where he is. And, oh yes, there's a Captain just hidden behind here in the corner. Okay, so that is movement done. Gone to Psyche Phase next. I'm so sorry about it. We tried to record all the good stuff. I've missed it again here in the Psyche Phase. Tom rolled 6 for Smite going through. 2 mortal wounds taken. He's glad that the Apothecary did his work and restored some wounds there. So 4 wounds taken in total. D6 damage. What did Tom roll? Rolled a Scorpion on his customised dice. 6 mortal wounds taken, but the Avatar of Cain then responds by rolling a 666 and a 5 with his molten body. So just 2 wounds taken. So he's down to 5 wounds remaining here, but the Avatar in some trouble, and every wound counts here as Tom prepares to charge in with the Dreadnought. So, or fire first, actually, be shooting first of all. Psychic Phase, any other powers to do? That's 1 power manifested.
I'll do Might of Heroes onto Colin.
Yep, alright, so capture this bit here, just in case it perils again. Double 5. Okay, Might of Heroes is successful, so toughness 9. Alright, shooting phase complete here. Avatar's taken some damage. That's from Carib Khan firing through. So that was from his twin assault cannon from him. So we've got 4 wounds remaining here on the Avatar of Cain. Then Sniper Tom rolled a 1 again here at the latter stage of the game. So failed to hit the biker, but then it was taken out. The last wound picked off by the Lone Hellblaster Sergeant. So that is shooting phase complete. We're going to go now onto charges and Overwatch to see this epic encounter here. See if Colin charges in. Unless we hit you with a Wailing Doom. We'll capture this on camera. There's been some bizarre stuff here. Unless he wants to charge first with the Chapter Master.
Just in case.
Just in case, alright.
Yeah, Sabius will go first.
That's a 3-inch charge. I don't think it's going to make it in. We'll roll an Overwatch here. I've rolled a 6. It's toughness
4.
2's to wound. I've rolled a 1. Why?
Colin.
Oh dear.
Is in on a 9.
Colin's made it in. We'll Overwatch him. You can't roll a 6. It's ridiculous. No, alright. So he's made it in here against the Avatar of Cain with 1 wound remaining. Here, this lone final charge. Yeah, Tom just lining up to see how far he can get round here. Trying to make progress deeper into the Eldar deployment zone. Yeah, no, just the crater there. Tom's going to fight dead ahead instead. Tom will get to fight first.
So Might of Heroes gives me +1 attack. So I'm on
yes. Very good. Okay. So you're looking for 4s to hit.
4s to hit. 6s are wonderful. I don't get any 6s.
And those are all re-rollable.
6. Okay, so that's D6 mortal wounds.
Oh no. Which is
3.
3. That's the Avatar well on the way to being brought down.
As well as that also counts as a hit.
Normal hit, yes, okay. Okay. 2s to wound then with these regular wounds coming through.
Yep.
They've all wounded. Okay. So they're minus...
-3.
-3. All right, so we'll take some 5+ invuln saves here, first of all. We've taken 1.
8 damage.
So 8 damage from just those 2.
Yep, and then 3 from the mortal wounds.
And 3 from the mortal wounds. 11. Yeah, the Avatar's long gone.
Revenge is sweet.
This is, yes, no clues for previous encounters here. 5 pluses on the off chance that we... Whoa. Valiant attempt from the Avatar, I have to say, but he a scary moment there for Karib Khan, but the Avatar is no more. Nice. He's been destroyed. Yeah, that was close there. That was a scary moment, that dice roll, but the Avatar has been destroyed, and Karib Khan, what a hero here towards the end of the game. It's going to close in. Okay, it's going to try and lock me down in close combat here. Okay. Are you sure you want to do that move?
Because that means you then get to attack me.
I do. It will lock me in combat if that's... No. Yeah, no, okay. He's going to hold where he is. Okay, Karib Khan's scared of Ariel Doomhand. Okay. So, right, just because he's on 1 wound, that's why he's tiptoeing carefully around the battlefield here. Right, so that's end of turn. So any cards to trade in?
Guts.
Blood and Guts. Oh, yes, it's a objective being secured here as well, or being achieved there, as well as destroying the Avatar. So great stuff. Okay, Eldar turn 5. This could be their last chance to pick up points. They need a good number here. The Red Scorpions still keeping the points pouring in. All right, so Witch Hunter's still in play here. This is the new card. Secure objective number 2. So we've done that there with the Falcon, and overwhelming firepower. Some points available there for destroying units in the shooting phase. Movement done here. Scorpions move through 16 inches again. Jet bikes relocated to here. Falcons moved out, as I've already seen. Range stationary with the Dark Reapers. Both units of Rangers remain still. Just repositioning with the Bone Singer to unleash Smite potentially, and then remaining stationary there with the Scorpion Exarch. That's movement done. Psyche Phase next. Yeah, I've just pushed this back 2 inches here. It's a 14-inch move for the Scorpion tank. So we'll resolve the Psychic Phase here. We'll just roll it up. We'll see if we can get Smite to go off here. This is the big plan with the Bone Singer. Smite goes off on a 10. And it's D3 mortal wounds. This will be against Calm. 2 mortal wounds come through. So double 6 required. Oh, come on. You can't keep rolling dice like that. Tom's run off here to to celebrate. Unbelievable. I don't know how it's possible. It's weird. Oh, dear. Double 6. The plan's ruined here with some Scorpion dice being rolled. Psychic Phase finishes here. We're going to Shooting Phase next. Unbelievable. Okay, Shooting Phase complete here for the Eldar. Some deadly firepower taking place. It's the Falcon actually that took out the last wound on Karib Khan. He's gone. So that took away that unit blocking characters from being shot at here. Yeah, then the Lone Hellblaster here. 1 wound taken from these first of all. Then a mortal wound coming through from the snipers just across the other side. And that meant that that blocking unit was removed. And that then gave me access to the characters here. And the big overall plan, the main gun then fired through. And Severin Loft took a whole heap of wounds. And he's been removed from play, and then 2 wounds being caused. Now the Dark Reapers have access to the characters, so some counterfire coming through against the Vindicate Assassin. So Eldar's starting to dominate the table now, but is it enough here at this latter stage of the game? There's no charges at Overwatch to take place, so we'll end the turn here. We'll just cash in some cards. Witch Hunter's been achieved. Secure objective number 2's been achieved. And yes, there's been some overwhelming firepower taking place here as well. All of a sudden, there's a late surge from the Eldar here in victory points. Yeah, it is D3. Yes, because Culm was destroyed not in the Psychic Phase, but in the Shooting Phase. So yeah, here it comes, D3. Just the one. Ooh, all right, okay. So, wow, loads of points coming in here. Scary moment for both sides. It's hard to determine who's won. Game's not over yet. We'll let Tom roll the dice to see if the game continues. 1 or 2, it'll all be over. There's a 3. Turn 6 we will have here. Red Scorpion turn 6 coming up next. I think Tom wanted the game to end, but turn 6 now for the Red Scorpions. Right, movement done. Not much left here. So Lieutenant moving around behind this line of sight, blocking terrain. And then behind there, Tom is the Pog Fairy and also the Captain. the hero, the assassin here, remaining exactly where he is, and then Sabius just behind the burnt out Razorback. That's movement done. Shooting phase next. So we'll capture the assassin this time. Here he goes, 2+ to try and hit down here against the Bone Singer. Tom gets his hit.
And wound.
2, yeah, gets his wound, ignoring my invuln save, and it is
2 damage.
2 damage. All right, so I will survive.
How many wounds does he have?
I'll just check here. I think it's 4.
3+ is mortal.
Yeah, just see if Tom can take him out down here.
4+ is mortal. Yep, so he's dead.
Assassin. The new rules are ridiculous. Right, Bone Singer's dead here. He's been taken out by the Vindicare Assassin. Nice play. Okay, so just looking around to see if there's any other shooting. Yeah, so that's all the shooting there is. No assaults take place. That is the end of turn 6 here. It's just a lone sniper shot can be heard across the battlefield here. We'll now go on to Eldar turn 6. Tom, the new card you drew was...
Secure Objective 3.
Secure Objective 3. You can dump that if you wish, just in case we go on to turn 7. So yeah, Tom has dumped Secure Objective number 3, just on the off chance we go on to turn 7. Tom will be able to draw a fresh card. Okay, so we'll go on to Eldar turn 6 now. I've completed all of my objectives, yes, so it's 3 fresh cards to draw. Okay, movement done. Just the cards here. Secure Objective 3, which is just over there, and Secure and Defend Objective number 1, which is just over here. So you can see the movement there. Scouts are all 6 for their advance. They've landed on top of that objective number 1. That's useful for them. Remain stationary with these. The jet bikes have remained where they are, just to use a bit of firepower for them. That's one of their wounds. The Falcons advance 14 inches in total, almost securing objective number 3. And then round here, the Scorpions swung around 14 inches here to get Line Breaker. And then Ariel Doomhands moved across to try and take on the Assassin. That's movement done. Shooting phase now for the Eldar on turn 6. Okay, shooting done. Fired the main gun into the Chapter Master. Sabius is no more. And then the Scorpion's Claw shot coming up here took off the last wound from the Assassin, so he's gone, and there's no other targets that we could see with the remaining units. So that is the end of the turn. No assaults take place here. Eldar are moving across the board here. So we will now secure objective number 1, and that card Defend can go next to that as well. But secure objective number 1, a point picked up just there. So yes, that's potentially the end of the game. 4+ here for the game to continue on to turn 7. No, the game is over. And we're not sure who's won this one, so we're going to have to very carefully calculate victory points. The Eldar will not get Defend Objective number 1. It's too late here. Would have got it if we went on to turn 7, but that's been denied. So we'll very carefully calculate our victory points here, but whatever the result, it will be close. All right, stunned silence here. We've counted up the points. One of the closest games of 40K I've played in literally years. Incredible results here. Okay, so for objectives then, we scored 11, Tom scored 12, so it was very close. Eldar managed to get a scramble of objectives coming in there towards the end, with points being scored, so 11-12 there. Eldar got Line Breaker here, and they also got Slay the Warlord. Then Tom got First Blood and Slay the Warlord for him, so that was 2 points each for that. But it was kill points here in this game, and that's what's decided the battle here. Tom scored 11 points for destroying Eldar units, the Wraith Knight, Avatar, Autarch here. Our Psychers were lost. Number of units being brought down is 11 in total. But then against the Red Scorpions, we destroyed 13 in total. Number of characters being slain made the difference towards the end of the game. Oh dear, right, so the final score here, just doing our final calculations. So it's 11 here for myself, and then Tom scored 12. Then we both got 2 points each, and then here 11 points picked up for Tom, and then 13 points picked up for the Eldar for units being destroyed. Is a grand total of 26 points to the Eldar and 25 points to the Red Scorpions. It was that tight. I've not played a game as close as that, I don't think, ever in Warhammer 40,000. It was such a high scoreline, and yet such a tight finish towards the end. We were thinking perhaps the Eldar would, I don't know, it was difficult to call at the start of this game. The Eldar were on the back foot for a while, perhaps shocked by the firepower coming from the Red Scorpions. Then the game mixed up for a while. A late surge from the Eldar towards the end, they started to clear the battlefield out of resistance, and just about managed to see the game through to ultimate victory. But incredible battle here. So a big thank you to Tom Covey for bringing his Red Scorpions down. Very impressive army, looking very good on the table, and great to see these rarer units, this Stress Super Heavy being used, and then for the Eldar, the Scorpion Super Heavy being used in this 3000 points game. So that's one of our special battle reports here, and it's been great to see these units being used in our games, and great to see a bigger scale game taking place here. It's been very enjoyable, quite a manageable game, and we've had a close encounter here, which is what we were hoping for, and you can't get closer than 26 points to 25 in a game of Warhammer 40,000. If you want to see the other two parts, they're on the Plus channel, so check them out, where you can see these two forces at the 2,000 points level take each other on in the previous games. But in this particular fight here, by the narrowest of margins, by a Kroot's whisker, the Eldar have managed to seize victory here from the Red Scorpion Primaris Space Marines. Great game. Keep a lookout for more special battle reports on both of the channels. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Alright, so units of the game, 0.5 seconds Tom responded with the Vindicare Assassin. Incredible firepower with the new revamped rules. A terror to the Eldar characters here on the table, taking out multiple Eldar characters in this fight. For the Eldar, Eldrad was solid until he was destroyed by the black back blast from a tank. The Avatar was very helpful indeed as well. It has to be the Scorpion. It's a terrifying unit on the table. Its firepower blistering. It sort of lurks at the back of the battlefield, but then we've seen it in a number of games, a later surge in later turns of the game to help out with mopping up actions and for taking out targets. The Scorpion really helped out, so I'm going to give it to the Scorpion tank, well-deserved unit of the game there for the Eldar. That's units of the game for both sides.